It's okay.
Yeah, you have to render it all.
It's no big deal.
8 hours.
Yeah, well, I mean, the one recording's literally 6 hours long. I think cutting it in 2 parts is just fine. Welcome back for those on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'm gonna upload them at the same time. It's fine.
Okay, can you explain it to me?
So, okay. If you have the average in like height, for example, right? Let's say like women's basketball, you know that like tall
Welcome back,
women
Wolf.
are performing better at basketball than short women. Should at like a certain level, at like a certain height, cis women be banned because they're just too tall? And it creates like an unfair advantage over the average woman?
No, because, well, according to that logic, then, shouldn't we have tall people sports? Tall women
No.
sports, short women
Yes,
sports?
yes, that is the logic
I mean,
you're giving.
that's like your argument, right? Because
Why
you're
do
talking
we
about
have-
like
Yes.
biological
Well,
differences.
Why do we have women's sports?
Why do we not have like tall women's sports?
I mean, do you want to have that? I mean, I guess
You
is
could.
Is that your answer?
That's not the question.
We should split
I mean,
all
in
sports
your
according to-
hypothetical, you're saying, okay, let's exclude this type of woman because of unfair biological advantages, but
Because
not
the
this
line
other
is by
type of
gender.
woman. For
Yes, because
Bio-
the line is by gender, not by other differences.
No, there is no
And again,
line. You made the line up.
the
You made the line up.
differences
It's whatever you say the line
are
is.
large.
Yes.
In terms of
They aren't large. They're less than the other ones. You're
terms
just
of
saying that
women,
these other
in
lines aren't real.
9% according to our
Yeah, 9%.
Wait,
That's less percent.
Do you think like trans
Yes.
women should be
So
banned
speed.
from chess
Okay.
then?
Wait,
Okay.
what do you mean?
only speed sports.
Trans women be banned
Only
from
speed sports?
Everything else,
chess?
only speed sports.
Only speed
Speed
sport.
related sports banned.
Wait, how did you get to that conclusion? Just because
It's
of the
because
one
it's her
study?
ideal.
Kinda-
It's her ideal hypothetical.
You're still like assuming that like every trans woman is going to outperform every cis woman.
Yes, because in the hypothetical, there is a 9% increase in speed across the board.
But this is
Isn't that
another
just a buff on top
hypothetical
of
that
any
you're
other-
pulling
This is
out
a
your
hypothetical.
ass. You're just
Short,
pulling it out
all
your
of that.
ass.
Controlled for all of that. There's a 9%.
This ain't
The
increase.
9% comes from an average. The
Have
you-
average female isn't an athlete.
so-
Have you
kinda,
ever
like,
seen a
confused
political debate
Because
where
you're saying
the
you're
politicians
basically,
just
like,
make up
using-
hypotheticals
Okay.
over
So,
and over again?
Hypothetically, if we
I
were
think
to be
we're kinda, like,
debating,
going in a circle because of like the
all cis women. Okay. Let me make this.
Uh-huh.
There's
Hypothetically.
two boxes. In box A, all cis
hypothetically,
women exist
Hypothetically.
in box A. Okay. In
hypothetically,
box B, all trans women exist in box B.
Okay.
On average,
Hypothetically.
average all of it.
This is
Box
this is
B is
hypothetical.
9%
I didn't even
faster.
realize. Yeah, she's still speaking hypothetically.
We draw
Yeah.
the sports
Let's
along the
say
line.
on average, the women box
So
have
because we do that,
longer
the
legs.
trans women,
which
have
makes
a-
them
have a
28%
large
more
advantage over cis women. All of cis women and all of trans women
Yeah.
there's a 9% speed advantage for
So
trans
average height cis women are 9%
So-
slower than
and that is due to hormones.
average height trans women
we've
1 year
talked
into
about.
into
So if you
HRT.
control for that, and you say only the
You're not
trans
controlling
women
for anything. It's
that were affected by
hypothetical.
male hormones,
You
those are
control
the ones we're
reality.
talking about. Those are banned.
You're objectively not controlling anything because it's a
Literally.
fucking pseudo reality.
Literally, this seems like. Let me get a whiteboard. Let me write a circle. Here it is. Everything that I say happens in this circle. All right. This over here, this square. This is our reality. Okay. And it doesn't happen in this square, but I'm gonna say it does because it happens in the circle.
Exactly.
That-
That is what it is. A conflation of the two realms of reality and pseudo reality.
It does. You can't make an argument like that.
They're going into a creative world in Minecraft to test their shit, and then they're saying we're not going to build it. We're not going to build it, and then they go and they build it in the actual game. And they're like, you built it. Well, yeah. I mean, why would I test it? And the whole idea is they're testing the worst case scenario so that they can police society based on your presumption of the worst case scenario. That's not how we structure society.
Right.
Do you think that like every trans woman has a 9% buff over cis women, which is like not how it works?
It's a hypothetical.
It's a hypothetical.
It's a hypothetical.
Yeah,
based
but
on the
like
study
that's
that you
just like
brought up.
not how the numbers work. So it's just like the hypothetical doesn't make sense. I'm like kind of confused because you could say that like intersex women who have like an influx in testosterone are 9% faster on average than cis women, so they should also be banned. So you're just,
I mean, Nyara's
but
right here.
you do not have
Okay,
problems with that.
In our thing,
So it's really frustrating for me
But
because
she's
you're
also
trying to, like,
fine
find a
with percentage
justification.
differences in other areas.
Let's assume there's no intersex women.
Yeah, but they
Let's assume-
exist.
Let's also
What do you
assume
mean you
that
assume?
intersex women aren't real.
Let's assume
in your
they're fake.
hypothetical, it's not
In my
like
hypothetical.
reality-based, so
In-
it's like really
in the-
It's
difficult.
not.
It's really. What do you mean it's
not?
not?
We're discussing
It's what
philosophy.
do you mean?
We're seeing
What
We're
philosophy?
not discussing
Oh,
philosophy. This is the most brain dead,
I can't.
like, admission of retardation I've heard in my life. We're discussing philosophy in this hypothetical pseudo reality where
And-
people who exist do not exist. What are we learning from this? This isn't philosophical.
Why bring intersex people into it at all? I know they exist, but you're not going to ban them. And second, why do you pretend... Okay. Nara's right. They would have the same arguments against trans people as intersex people. So it's dumb
Yeah.
for Leaflit to say that they don't exist. But at the same time,
Yeah.
Leaflit's
What if trans people didn't exist?
the reason Leaflit says they don't exist is because intersex people are natural. So Leaflit's argument completely gets destroyed because she
Yes.
would just let them. She would just let them in.
Yes.
That is
Intersex people exist, and they're
retarded.
the anomaly that ties transness and cis normativity. They can't tackle it at all in any way.
It's oh my god. I'm literally hurting.
if,
You have to.
if you care about we're trying to test
Meowsy's
if the nine if
brain damage.
so
Called it brain
you claimed
damage.
that your issue with it is that trans kids wouldn't be afforded the chance. That was the argument made. So I'm isolating that issue to see if that's truly what you believe.
What do you mean?
That's not what you're doing.
What do you mean if it's truly what you believe? What do you mean by that?
These
We
things
can
aren't
move on.
mutually
Yeah.
exclusive.
I'm just like
They're not mutually exclusive. They can exist together.
Reality based and not hypothetical of a hypothetical of a hypothetical.
you
where
have-
Yes!
like, trans
Nyara
women
is
are,
right.
like,
A
some
hypothetical of a
superpower
hypothetical of a
and, like,
hypothetical.
cis
That's where we
people
are right
like,
now.
some weak force that like the trans people are like domineering over.
When it comes to philosophy, you have to discuss hypotheticals. That's how you so
We're not talking about
when you're discussing
philosophy.
philosophy, you might have fact against fact, and then you're just gonna keep going. Well, my source says this, your source says this, my source says this. And you never really find out what anybody believes. The reason for the hypothetical is to isolate the ideology so that you can understand why you believe.
There is
what
no
you do
ideology.
and
What are
make
we
an
doing?
ideological statement
Where we didn't even get into
that is
ideology.
rooted in a consistent philosophy.
You are literally just yapping.
Sure, but then
bitch.
you need
Like,
you need to be consistent with your argument, because then you could say
Mhm.
that like on average the woman is, I don't know, 5'7", but there are women who are very tall, and there are sports where tall women are obviously performing better. Volleyball, like I don't know, they're like 5'11",
So
6 feet and whatnot.
why does it matter?
So
Why does it
What do you
matter if
mean?
they're
Why
a
does it
kid?
matter?
If they're a kid that hasn't
What, a kid?
had male puberty, why does it matter?
Where did this come
because
in?
puberty is where the secondary sex characteristics and primary sex characteristics
in growth?
become
Well, if
the
you-
most
you gotta put it-
irreversible.
Yeah, but you also got to put it in layman terms. Okay, you got to put it in
Okay.
You got to put it
When you puberty,
you get
you
muscle.
become voice deeper, muscle get bigger, and bang bang much hurty more. And
your balls
if
drop.
if you don't go through puberty without hormone replacement therapy and are transgender, then for the other 75 to 90 years of your life, you're going to have to deal with a irreversibly lowered voice, an irreversibly structured skeletal body, which is going to isolate you to personally tailored clothing for the rest of your life. And you're going to need to deal with muscle mass that's going to make it harder to present in one of your most formative experiences in your life, which is early to late high school and college. So you're going to have an objectively worse life if you are confirmed to have an incurable neurological condition, which makes you hate yourself so much that you are statistically a coin flip chance away from attempting suicide in your lifetime. Does that help?
Yep. That's what people
Thank you.
needed to hear.
I mean, I'm just like talking in general is like you're trying to like justify excluding one type of woman, but you do not understand why when I say that
There's
like
a reason behind it.
Oh.
what
The
is your
reason for
reason?
the biological advantage, which you brought up in your
Tall women have a
in your study.
biological
It's-
advantage.
True.
It's not a biological
Uh-huh.
advantage, it's
But
a
what I'm saying
hormonal
is
advantage.
controlled
It
across
can be
all of it.
eliminated.
You took all women,
Mm-hmm.
you put them in a box, all women, all,
In a
all
box.
cis women. You took
In a
all
box.
trans women, put them
This
in
is what
a box,
her- this is
varying
what her
heights,
song was.
varying weights, varying muscle, whatever, all of that.
Yeah.
9% more speed in the trans camp due to hormones.
Why are
In
we on
1
this
year of
9%?
HRT.
What is
You
that?
cannot
So obviously
assume
there's
that
gonna be
based on a
different-
sample size of 46 trans women.
So are you
just
saying
A
stop
that
sample
bringing it
size
up.
of 46 trans women.
Because I'm not the one
Well,
who brought
what
up the
Leaflet's
study.
going to
You
say
brought
is
up the study.
Nyara provided her
So
that
do you want
that study, so she's
going to
use it against her.
as evidence?
No, it just doesn't work in your hypothetical.
completely. Like that
It does-
study is
These
bonk.
studies
You can't
shows-
create a philosophical
The study shows that, like,
hypothetical
being on
to
HRT
disprove a
diminishes
scientific study.
diminishes
Oh my god.
the benefits that you have of like
I've suffered
like,
through more
1
of it than
year,
I
like,
did
drastically
on my own,
reduces
at
the
least. Yeah, I'm proud of
advantages that you
myself.
have. Obviously,
What do you
it
mean?
is
Do you
not a
wanna- do
perfect
you want
study.
to accept the study? So is
You
the
got-
I
study
didn't get
gonna
this
be-
far.
So
You
is the
didn't get
study-
this
is the
far?
study
I thought
bonk or
you
is the
said it
study
was
good?
only an hour and a half.
What is it? Which is it? Is it? Because it can't be both, right? Like
well,
we can't just say like,
yeah,
well,
that's
that
what
study
I
is
watched.
good. I
What
like that
you
one,
made.
keep
Now we
that
still
one.
have,
And all the
like
other
2
stats, we're gonna
hours to
remove
get
them.
through
So
here.
is the stat?
I
is the
didn't get to
study
this
good or
part.
not? Like, are we accepting that like into our?
Yeah, it's
um,
not. It's
our
not good in
argument? Like,
your
are we saying like let's assume that the
reality.
study is true for the sake of argument? Or are we saying we're throwing it away?
It is beneficial for you to like understand the diminishing effects of
Yes, but you just said it
feminizing
was wrong.
homotherapy, but it is
No,
not
she
enough
didn't say it's
to draw a
wrong.
conclusion where you can generalize the entirety of cis women compared to the entirety of trans women. That is just like not how it
you literally
works.
said-
The sample
Hold on,
size is just too small.
Yeah, so if the sample size is too small, then the entire thing is bonk, right?
No.
Is
No,
that what
that's
you're
not
saying?
how it
No, no,
works.
no, wait.
Is it bonk or is it not?
The point that I'm like
Oh,
trying
here's
to
Sylvie
make
giving
is that
100
you
bits
see
to the
that
useless
initially
bottom.
before
Does it
starting
really call
HRT,
Nyara
you have
useless bottom every
an
time someone gets
average
bits?
15 to 31%
Oh
athletic
my
advantage.
god.
Then you start HRT after 1 year, and this drastically drops to like 90% when it comes to speed, but not when it comes to upper body strength.
This is a sample
Yes or
size
no,
that's
is
meant to
Is the
demonstrate.
study valid or invalid?
It is
It
valid.
is not
It's a
enough
valid
to draw
study.
a
Should be-
final conclusion about everything.
It's not long.
And there needs to be more,
You
more
can't
data.
just.
Ignore it then. So
You
it's
can't-
only
no,
valid in terms of data.
No, you shouldn't ignore
So
it.
why is
You
it-
can take
Okay.
you can take
You okay?
information
Yumi?
from it, but you cannot use it in order to like, justify banning trans people.
Yumi's getting
Wait,
upset.
what? But you're using it to justify not banning.
I may
trans
have
people.
bounced a little in my
No,
chair.
Oh, okay.
I'm explaining to you that the biological advantage between like men and women is caused by
Well, what you okay
testosterone.
over there?
Wait, can we pause it?
Okay.
Can we pause for a sec?
So
Pause for
according
a
to the
sec.
study,
Just pause. Just for a second. I want to make clear that the people listening, like everyone who's listening, what's happening here, okay, is Nyara provided a study of like 47 people, 47 trans people who were documented through their physical prowess prior to and after hormone replacement therapy. It's a pretty reasonable sample size for making a demonstrable, like a demonstration of effect happening, right? So what the test shows is that there is a reduction from like 20 some percent of a benefit to 9 to 14% of a benefit in 1 year of hormone replacement therapy in trans women, in speed in specific, and every other category that they tested, as far as I recall from the thing, is gone. So speed is the only thing
that she's harping on.
that has a 9% difference, and that's 1 year of hormone replacement therapy. Let me make this clear. All this test proves is that when you go on HRT, statistically, in 47 trans people, your physical prowess decreases from 20 some percent to 9 to 14%. 1 year is not a lot of time, first of all. Most people who go on HRT are not comfortable with themselves because they're treating something. It's gender dysphoria. Most people on HRT are not going to compete in professional athletics in women's competitions looking masculine. And you're not going to see enough changes on HRT without like crazy makeup and like just good luck with genetics, and then be comfortable like presenting in a women's competition. Okay, so first of all, hypothetical aside, this isn't going to happen. A more reasonable thing would be to assume, if you were going to make some sort of real scenario here, someone who's 3 to 4 years on HRT. And in the 3 to 4 years on HRT area, the reduction is essentially down to like 3% or something, which is like way in the line of standard deviation of just benefiting normal characteristics. So longer legs, better muscle fibers or whatever, and then cis people can have these too. So cis people have a standard deviation of some amount. Trans people have a standard deviation with like a buff maybe of like 2 to 3%, which is just within the standard deviation of cis people. So this doesn't matter. Like, this is a pseudo reality that Leaflit is creating, and she's projecting a 1 year demonstration of the reduction in physical prowess in 47 trans women as a representation of 1% of the entire population, the athletic ones in 1% of the population that would go into female sports, which is like reduction on reduction on reduction on reduction, and then apply a standard on the ones that are physically prowessed and also brave enough to stand the current political climate. So this is so far removed from analyzing reality, and she's still going to a hypothetical to make it even more ideal for her. So that's where we are.
So I got the Earth crystal.
Based.
So
Nice job, Rolf. I'm proud.
yeah, that
One's
was
one of my favorite FFs.
that was a fun boss fight.
All right, well, I'm going to continue the video. Here we go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
I had to set
In general,
the fucking line.
like, I can
Yeah,
tell you
no.
from my personal experience,
Mm.
if that
And
matters
what
to
if
you.
I tell you it's not? What if I say it's not?
Well,
Do you have-
if you say it's not, it's because you made it the F up.
Exactly.
That's how it works. You can't
Exactly.
say it's not because you made it up.
Yeah, the issue here is you're just denying reality.
That there's no reduction.
Reality
in performance
denialism
when you
is
take,
incredibly normal in
testosterone blockers.
this side of the
That there's
brain.
no
This is
reduction
wild.
in wait, sorry. Can you repeat it?
That there's no reduction in athletic performance when you start testosterone blockers.
There's no reduction in performance when you take testosterone blocker. Yes, I have a study that says that there's a 9% bonus for trans women.
9.
I have a study
They're
that says
still
that.
on the 9%.
Yes.
I can't. I can't.
I mean,
We
that's-
need to move to
You
a
want it?
different topic.
Do you want it?
Wait, what? What's she
It's,
saying?
The this one where it says this one is the
Wait, this is a new study.
medical records from the United States Air Force says
Okay,
that
the Air Force.
after 2 years of taking feminizing hormones, push-up and sit-up differences disappeared, but trans women were 12% faster.
That's the same study.
That's Nyara's study.
the
That's-
study.
That's the same one. The one that she gave you.
Can you just like keep reading?
Yeah.
I would be furious.
12% faster prior to gender-affirming hormones. Prior to gender-affirming hormones, trans men perform 43% fewer push-ups and ran 1.5 miles, about 15% slower than male counterparts. After 1 year of taking masculinizing hormones, there was no longer a difference in push-up and run times, but the number of sit-ups performed in 1 minute by trans men exceeded the average performance of their male counterparts. The 15 to 31%, in summary, athletic advantage that trans women displayed over their female counterparts prior to starting gender-affirming hormones declined with feminizing therapy. However, trans women still had a 9% faster mean run speed after the 1 year period of testosterone suppression. That is recommended by the World Athletics for inclusion in women's events. Yes, that's the study I'm citing. 9.
Exactly what I said, by the way.
Yeah.
That's my proof. Is this study?
Yeah, 47 people in the Air Force.
Okay. So you think in your hypothetical world you just want to ban trans women from speed-related sports?
Well, I want to know what you think.
No, like
I want to know why you.
we've
why
been
you think
talking
that,
about
though.
what
wanna-
I think the entire time. I'm like very curious about like what you think.
What do I think?
I mean, this is a
Yeah.
good point.
Well, for
Nyara has
consistency,
been
yes.
answering everything.
We should go for consistency.
Okay. So
They should
what
ban all
about, like,
trans people
other
from all sports.
where you do not need to run fast.
Wait,
or...
Nyara actually
It depends on the
asks a
sports. I think
question.
like ones where the difference between men and women aren't like too drastic, like say esports, for instance. Like I think that would be fine. It's more of a physical
Esports?
advantage, right? It's like how wide the physical advantage is between men and women.
Would you?
9%'s a lot. Like imagine if you did 9% more damage, like a MOBA.
That's
Just
not
for
what that
fun.
is.
Just by mere existence. You
Look,
deal-
Nyara
you deal 9%
started
damage.
laughing.
That's crazy. That's a lot.
This is Asmongold logic.
My
That's kind of how it is for physical sports, right?
It's like when Asmongold said they're taking out the medics
So
in
what about, like,
Iran
that?
so that they can't heal
You
people.
can argue there's a difference too in chess and esports.
I
but
don't
think
know- I
that
don't even
the-
know
that
what to
difference is
say.
minimal compared to.
I didn't know
physical
it was this bad.
sports.
What
think it
difference
was
is
just
there
an
issue
between
of degree.
chess?
Well, it has to do with just kind of like aggressive mentality. I think it's. I don't know. I actually don't know the answer to that. I'd have to do some research
Aggressive
into that.
mentality?
I'm assuming it's the case. Maybe I'm
It-
wrong.
Is being
On that specific
aggressive an advantage in chess?
It might be. I don't know. I don't play chess, so I don't really know.
You
It is in
don't
video games,
play
though.
chess.
100%.
Being aggressive is an advantage in esports?
Yeah, hell yeah. It's huge. Especially shooting, like CS:GO and stuff like that. It's huge.
So
Me-
Leaflit
No,
aggressive is massive.
that's literally just made
Because then
up.
you
She
put
just
the-
made
you put
that
the
up.
enemy
Yep.
on,
and second,
the
what the frick just happened?
the opponent
Wait,
on the
did she?
defensive.
Wait,
So it's
wait,
it's
is
a
she?
huge skill to be aggressive.
No way! No
Do
way!
you
No
think
way!
women
No
are-
way! No
Do
way!
you
No
think
way! No
women
way!
are
No way! That broke
outward?
my brain. That broke my brain. There's no way she thinks this. There's no way she thinks this. She's no way she
She's
thinks. There's no way.
correlation between testosterone getting angry in your activity and being aggressive in video games. That's what I'm hearing.
She thinks aggression in video
Mm-hmm.
aggression
Mm-hmm.
A stat saying that you have increased aggression
Yes.
directly translates to video game aggressive play.
Yes.
So pushing the point and being more risky and running and gunning.
Makes you better.
No,
Well, no, she's saying it's
Just-
giving her an advantage. She said,
she said,
that gives you an advantage. Being risky,
but she's
and that's-
misattributing the
and
word.
not only that, it's just wrong. I played esports. It's just that's just not how it works either.
That's not what aggression is.
Either okay, so in your
The aggression
yeah,
that
but either
she's
way,
talking about is emotional aggression,
yes, because of testosterone.
and she's conflating that with aggressive play in video game.
yes.
So testosterone makes you run at your enemy less safely. That's what that means. Oh my god! No, hold on. My brain. Oh, bring back educational standards, please, please.
Playing terrorist in Counter-Strike than men.
Playing terrorist
She's
makes you
laughing.
better.
Terrorist,
I know she's laughing
You know,
because it's stupid.
I want to make a joke, but I shouldn't.
What-
I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. No,
Make
no.
the joke. Do it.
But
What's
probably,
wrong with your
I mean,
eyes?
it's probably like small enough though to like not really matter.
Sickably,
It's probably like again, it's a matter of degree, right? Like where I said 9% is like pretty huge, whereas like I think the differences in it's probably not that high, and like maybe that I could be proven wrong, and then in which case I would say, okay, fair enough. The men have an advantage, so we should have women's esports. I'm very consistent with like my. I try to be at least. Sometimes I'm wrong.
I mean, okay, so
Like, you convinced me earlier that I should just use your pronouns. Fair enough. I don't really care about it. So I'm willing to do it.
I appreciate that.
How did you get? Wait. How did she get back to pronouns? That had nothing to do with the conversation at hand.
admin, she's doing it sideways.
That had nothing to do with what they were talking about.
We just managed to, we're just on pronouns now.
Are we circle?
It's like when you accidentally switch your hotbar and you don't know where your items went. It's like, what's going Oh my god.
I don't even know, man. I don't even know, man.
Oh my god, this is worse than a Mizu Tamari reaction video.
But Mizu's Twinkie.
Twinkie.
He's a Twinkie. I hate
We'll
him.
get through it. We'll get through it. We'll do it.
I appreciate that.
what's wrong
I'm
with
just
that?
like really, I'm just like really confused at like the stage of like, men
Yeah,
Okay.
are more aggressive.
I feel
that
for
is,
you,
like,
girl.
why
I feel
trans
for you.
women have an unfair advantage in esports. I'm a little bit taken aback at this
no,
one.
no.
wait.
I meant men have an unfair advantage. Sorry, that was back. I don't know if you misunderstood me or something, or I
You're
said it
wrong. That is
men
not
have
how
the
it
unfair
works.
advantage in
Yeah.
esports,
So
in my
like,
opinion.
so because men have an
But it's
unfair
small enough.
advantage in esports
Small.
because they're more aggressive. So that is why
Yeah,
trans
that's-
women shouldn't.
That is the most
like,
retarded
they
thing I've
shouldn't
ever heard in my
compete
whole life.
Women's
That's so
esports.
funny.
I think in esports, it's I think it's close enough that it doesn't really matter. I think you can have co-ed. There are some sports that are co-ed, right? Like, isn't shooting co-ed?
Do you
I'm not
think?
sure.
Do you think
Shooting?
trans women have like the,
I
the
mean,
same level
crossbows
of
are.
like aggression as cis men?
No, it might be. If I were to guess, I'd say it's probably lower because I think that testosterone, like as far as I know, testosterone isn't like it is a factor that increases aggression. So I'd say it's probably lower for trans women. I'd say
It doesn't exist, by the way.
Yeah.
You have no testosterone.
It's
None.
hard to gauge that.
Zero.
I'm still really confused how it's like beneficial in esports to be more aggressive.
I
would
don't know
love
why
to see a
Nyara
study
doesn't
on
just
that.
say that it's zero here.
Oh, it's not. I don't really have a study, but like I can tell you anecdotally.
What do you mean you have a study?
Because I've played a lot of esports. Is that when you play aggressive,
Leaflit
put
played
the-
in
you put the
esports.
other
Well,
players
then
on
she
the
would know
defensive,
that
and when
her
you're on
statement
the
is
offensive,
false.
they're the
Yeah,
ones
but like you
guessing what you're
don't.
doing.
I don't think you need testosterone in order to play aggressive.
Oh no, I didn't say that. I just said that men are probably more aggressive in general, which means that
This
they'll
is
probably
brain
Well,
make
that
damage.
has
more
nothing to
aggressive
do with
plays in general.
esports then.
So it would give
The
men
only
an
thing that I
advantage.
can agree with
I feel like
this
that's
is
a
men
very
are more
weird
competitive.
Oh, men
I
are
think
competitive.
the
Yeah,
difference
that
is so
makes
minimal.
sense.
It probably doesn't matter. Like
I mean,
I'm
that's
not really
proven.
advocating
Aggression
for,
is
like,
not the word to
women's
use here
esports
if you
or
want to
anything
make
like
this
that. We should just
argument.
have everybody playing the same esports. I think that the differences are minimal enough. Like we're not talking like a physical difference, which is like much larger.
Trans
So
men are more
I don't really care
competitive than
Sure.
about it than that.
Did you want to
Than
talk
women.
about like a different topic? I don't know if you wanted to talk about like the
Sure.
Straub thing.
Okay, Straub.
Sure, we can talk about the Straub thing.
Okay,
So
let's see.
I guess we could
I mean,
start at
Nara lost her mind here. She couldn't even
Can I
fathom
rush to
this.
the bathroom quick?
So
I used to be Straub's friend.
Okay, give me a second.
yeah.
She used to be trans positive for a long time. She literally made a tweet that said like transphobes and homophobes, fuck off. We don't want you here.
I made a post like that recently.
Yeah, well, she made it.
Well, oh yeah, I know. I made it because I got so mad, dude. I got so
She got
mad
canceled
over
because someone made logs of her saying the N word with the hard R.
I mean,
And she edited the post to put in like trans and LGBT people, and make it inclusive, and then posted that post and made that her pinned for a while.
I mean, to be honest, I don't really care about slurs. Like you shouldn't.
Well, you're not black.
You
So.
shouldn't say them. But if someone says
Yeah.
them, yeah, get over it.
Well, you're not black, so
Yeah, I know.
yeah, that one slur in particular, I think they can set the rules on that one. All the other ones, I don't really care about.
It's too late. I don't want to put it up. I don't want to like rearrange.
Realize how many times Ava has tried to get me to say the N word?
How many times?
Yeah, it's like a goal of hers to get me to say the N word.
I don't
I'm
know.
not saying it.
I've said the N word.
I mean, yeah, but you're not me.
Yeah, exactly.
I didn't say fuck until I was like 19.
Well, whoa! I would rather say the N word than the F word. Are you kidding me? That's too far. What are you doing?
Yo, I gotta
I don't
go
curse.
piss too.
I don't like to curse.
I'm gonna go piss. So
Why not?
tell Nyara I went to go pee. Be right back.
We can fast forward. She literally pulled her model off screen. Bitch, if you had to pee, you wouldn't have give a fuck about if your model was on screen.
Okay.
I've never like sat there wiggling
How are you doing?
while moving my
Getting
model
late.
off screen.
I just wanted to like move on to like the next topic because if they went to the bathroom, okay.
Yes, I agree. Move on to the next topic.
Okay.
This one has
Yep.
literally went nowhere.
Wait, what did she
I
laugh at?
agreed. I peed more aggressively.
I mean, she really pushed it out this time.
Okay.
I mean, if my period post is anything to go by, she, leaked it out. By the way, people still take that period post for reals. I still get emails about it. It's nuts.
People can't reason with the possibility that like trans women have the emotional changes that cis women have on their cycles, but like that's just a thing. We don't get the pains. That's it. Pains in the blood, obviously.
By the way,
But
thank you for
the menstruation is just an influx of hormones all at once, anyway.
Welcome back.
Which each popped up from the water.
What's up? Did you have a nice pee?
Yeah. I think it was
Did
nice.
you have a... Who asked if you had a nice pee?
She really wants to talk about Nyara's whatever. Ooh-ha.
Let me talk about your vagina. It must be special. I mean, I can't make that joke. Not after what I did.
Right.
faster.
It felt really good.
How about you?
It was an amazing pee. It
Pete
felt
It was an
aggressive.
amazing
right.
pee.
That's good.
One of the best pees I've ever had, actually.
I once like
Sometimes
spun
you
my
just
dick
have, like,
around and
nice
peed at the
peas.
same time. I was super drunk.
Nyara should say
very
here,
good pee today. For
how does
sure.
it feel that we
Yeah.
both sat down to pee?
Yeah. So what's up? We're gonna talk about Straub next, right?
Yeah, so I did watch your videos.
Okay.
I didn't watch it like at the time when I saw the thumbnail.
Your videos.
But
Mhm.
I did watch it, and
Okay.
I just sure.
Nora does
What
actually
happened?
go through and watch a lot of stuff. I've noticed
Well,
when it
can you
pertains to
restate
her
how you feel about what
or
Straub
a,
said?
a topic of that's going to be
Um,
brought up.
So
Wait, what? What'd she
the
say?
problem that I
She didn't
see
say it yet.
is that
Mhm.
you basically just showed this one tweet, and it basically like portrayed me as like being unreasonable because like it came out of nowhere, right? Because like why would I
Yep.
like say all these things when
So have you had a back and forth? Sorry, let me ask real quick. So you've had a back and forth with Straub outside of the context of that.
I got a
Yeah.
message from
Okay.
one of my
I have
moderators if
Okay.
they should
Okay.
work on an
there's
Anna
like
Chibi
this
too.
altercation.
now.
I can like send you
I don't know.
this tweet.
I'll
Yeah,
think
sure.
about that.
Sure thing.
Where
You
Straub
gotta make her
actually
huge.
posted a huge message saying things.
She's just like a left foot.
Wait, let me show. This.
Wait,
Showing
what is
things
this?
like gender affirming care for kids is wrong. Kids are
What am
also
I
super
looking at?
vulnerable. They're impressionable.
You want me to read it for everyone?
Is this
It's a
what
Straub
is?
tweet.
Do you wanna
This is a
fully read it?
Or are
Straub.
you good?
Okay.
I just
Yeah.
want to like
Or you
look
can read it real.
for like
Okay.
some
Oh.
parts.
Hell, it's
Okay,
multiple
fine.
pages.
Yeah.
There is the truth is many kids who feel gender dysphoria will grow out of it, which is like a debunked thing that is not.
It's not
correct.
true. Yeah.
It's simply not
talking
true.
about things like
Decent Smith has been debunked multiple times because the study was wrong. Which study?
the one from the Netherlands in 2021, which is like the one that she is like referring to.
What's it called? What is it called?
It is
Can you
basically
Google,
about,
like-
resistance.
Nyara uses Firefox.
Are you talking
Based.
about
I
the-
use
she's a
Firefox.
fox.
I use
I'm gonna
Firefox.
guess
She's a nice
that
fox.
we are talking about
I like Firefox.
the cast review. Isn't that United States? Or you mean there's like a?
No. That was like that is like in the thread you see.
The cast review was mega debunked.
Saying that
Yeah.
like those who feel gender dysphoria will grow out of it. Studies like one from the Netherlands in 2021 say up to 80% of pre-pubertal kids with dysphoria end up comfortable with their birth sex by adulthood. So it's
Do you know
just like
the name of it?
I don't like she didn't like cite
Is
this
it-
one.
Is it Zucker or?
I would have to check. Give me a second.
But we can skip that topic if you
Sure,
want.
sure,
not really
sure,
that
I'm-
big on that one.
Skip the
I'm
Straub
just, like,
topic.
I'm just like mentioning that like there were like altercations of like
I
going
should have got drunk before this.
after me back then, and
I made a mistake.
huge one that I saw that I really struggled with is obviously the one about Blair White that she did, which was actually
Okay.
before the tweet.
Well, what's wrong with Blair
Okay.
White?
Can you look me that one just so I can see it?
She's a big me.
Sure.
Mhm.
Sure. Let me go to.
I made
say,
a
Blair
4 or
White.
5 hour video on Blair White, I think, a long time ago.
Interesting.
That's about Blair.
I don't agree with everything Blair White does.
She's a rich pick-me Barbie doll. She can afford to
This is the one.
make concessions.
Oh, this one's.
Okay, this is the one where okay.
Look at those
Blair
Nice
boobs.
MAGA
says-
face. Nice MAGA face.
So it's a thumbnail. It's a thumbnail of Blair White. Blair says, "Yes, I'm trans. Yes, I'm Christian. My faith journey." And then you have Straub saying,
She wasn't Christian, by the
Blair,
way.
If he could transition,
Wait a second.
this,
If he could
detransition,
distransition,
this would be so huge, not only for his life but for so many
Well-
others too, God wants him to embrace who he really is.
It's
That's-
just
Okay.
it's evil. It's
Yeah,
just
that's
evil.
literal. Blair
Yeah.
White's never said anything about detransitioning. She's perfectly
Yeah,
happy.
so Straub is just like making. Wait, pause.
So this is like one of
From a purely religious standpoint, like Straub is literally putting obstacles in front of Blair White and God here.
But here's another thing. I'm pretty sure Blair White has the same beliefs as me, where you can be trans and be religious.
I don't think Blair White has any beliefs. I think that if she says she's Christian, then she's pandering to Christians. I don't think Blair White is a human with morals or principles in any way, shape, or form. I think she's entirely manufactured herself to be this, to sacrifice on her personal autonomy for
Fame.
absolutely fuckloads of money. Not even fame, just fuckloads of money. But like when you talk about conservative trans people, you talk about Blair White. And she's the one who's like that that physical standard for this is what fucking maggots want you to be, like, in order to be accepted, on top of believing all the things they believe. Just weird, because I find
the
her
main
literally
reasons
physically
why,
hideous.
When Straub says "I love and respect trans people,"
I mean, I like
have
her
an issue with
boobs,
that.
but I just like a lot of people's boobs.
Okay. We
I
can
like-
talk
She's had
about
like
it.
12 boob
All right,
jobs,
so-
so
I like boobs. I mean, I'm just a fan of boobs.
Give me a second.
she had boob job before she got FFS.
That's kind of funny.
So, what is your assertion? Your assertion is that Straub is what?
My
Transphobic?
cursor is on the stream. Well,
And
yes,
one
Can you define
thing.
transphobic?
Straub is
So
transphobic.
obviously, like misgendering and like invalidating players' identity as like as a woman, and also saying like asserting basically that the identity goes against her god, her belief system, which means that in order to like be a good Christian, she needs to detransition because that is what God wants her to do.
I can talk more about this. Personally, and what I do in my support group and how I say it, God doesn't want anyone to detransition. Okay? If you are of cultural mind and how it's seen, you believe the transitioning process is part of the plan after you're baptized, and once you're baptized, everything you do from that point on is part of God's plan, unless you sin, of course. And I do not consider transitioning a sin or a form of mutilation. Now, you know, a lot of people do, but as far as I can tell, with going through multiple letters, catechetics, and words that the Pope said, or religious books that have been written, I have not been able to find a single case where transitioning leads to a falsifiedhood of the soul, because God made you perfect, which means your soul is perfect, and your body is a vessel for your soul. So I simply do not see how you can how you cannot be trans and cannot be Christian at the same time. You can totally be trans and Christian at the same time, and a lot of people cope with that. There's a lot of people that drive themselves to suicide because Christians tell them that they're not valid, they can't exist, and then they take themselves out because all in God's will, and God doesn't want you to kill yourself. That's like the number one mortal, unforgivable sin, because then you die guilty. So whoever says that is wrong, cruel, and evil. Like you're just wrong.
Yeah, there's no part of the Bible that says trans people or anything. The only thing that you could possibly interpret from the Bible is that, like, man shall not wear women clothes and women shall not wear man clothes, which is like, you're already fucked because we've changed the definition of what's man clothes and women clothes so much.
And you've already
like-
you've also changed the definition of what a man and a woman is.
Yeah, we've just changed all this stuff. So like the initial representation of what this would have meant is entirely different. And it also comes from a time where they wore women's clothes. So
Yeah. So I don't like the endeavor that all Christians hate trans people. It's really sad. It's really
yeah,
sad for me
it's
to
all
say.
based on the idea
And-
that this means cross-dressing and implies cross-dressing.
and you got to remember, like my group has stopped many members in my group are suicidal. People have come and go in my group. I think I have had over 130 people total come and go at any given point. Okay, not dying, but like I've seen and talked with. Being gay or being trans, I've had more than 3 trans people, 3 now, like I said earlier. They hate themselves so much that they think dying is better off living in a sin where God can't accept them. And they have to accept and come to terms with that God still loves them for who they are. These ultra religious people that come in and their families were religious and everything, you can't change who you are or what you believe or how you see it. If you're gay, you're gay. You're not going to change that. But you got to accept it, and you got to accept that you're loved for it. And it's really hard. It's really hard. All right, we're gonna...
So God, my brain just blew up just now. I ate hard. Sorry, I haven't slept.
Oh, no. Yeah,
So
it's good.
basically,
she
so
peed
you
and she
think that
became brain dead.
if you misgender a person, you hate them?
So, the thing is, like, I
I
kinda,
missed her,
like, I brought this
Nyara, and
up,
she forgave
actually,
me, so I don't think
and,
so. It's simply not true.
I was
Wait, I
saying,
don't know.
quote unquote, I can't believe that Nyara would dare to say that Strop doesn't support trans adults and wants everyone to live according to her worldview. Darling Strop with like the screenshot, and she quote tweeted that with, "No, you're right. Actually, I don't support it, and I don't wish it upon anyone." I've said what I believe. Adults are allowed to live how they want. That doesn't mean I have to support it or like it. I have a very normal opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, was
What's wrong with Straub's argument here?
Yeah, the argument is that that's transphobic.
At the above, I don't support it. I mean, yeah, but
I don't wish it upon anyone. That's
yeah,
fine.
I mean, and I have said,
Like-
I mean, she's allowed to believe as she wants. That doesn't mean I have to support or like it. Normal opinion convince. Well, I mean, her saying no, you're actually no. It's where was it? I said what I believe. The part that's transphobic is where if we're referring to the pronoun, that would be transphobic. Other than everything else here, like as long as you're like acceptable of it and you don't treat them differently, I don't really see a problem with this.
I mean, you're objectively treating them differently.
Yeah, no. I'm understanding that now. That's the problem that I see as well.
If you're going out of your way to treat somebody in a different way than you would if you just like would normally talk to somebody, then I say this 1,000 times, it takes more muscles to frown than it does to smile. You're intentionally putting pressure on yourself to be hateful.
No,
it's not worth it.
Straub is saying that. So, do you think that you could disagree with somebody but have their best interest at heart?
Do you
think that's impossible?
Do you think that like left-handed people need to change and be right-handed because that is like my belief system? That like left-handed people are demons and they need to.
I was one of those actually. I was left-handed originally, and then basically, my dad basically taught me to be right-handed because it'd be easier for me society-wise.
Huh?
You know
what's
what?
kind of OP. I can use both hands now.
Well,
I can
I'm
eat I can dual
ambidextric
wield
too.
chopsticks. Do you know how many
But-
people can dual wield chopsticks? I can't.
So
You're telling me
I'm left-handed
Leaflit doesn't
too,
know
and
the word ambidextric, but she is ambidextric?
Well, you just said it like 4 different ways. It's
Well, that's...
ambi, like ambiguous,
Mm-hmm.
ambidextrous, ambiguous dexterity,
Well, okay.
ambidextrous.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
That's just because my dyslexia, I can't pronounce it right. But I still know the word. If Leaflet truly had this ability, she would know the word for it, I think.
I'm not saying she's not ambidextrous. That's actually really common. Like ambidextrousness is not uncommon.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
we made it to
I'm
3 hours.
ambidextrous.
Congratulations.
I'm left-handed, but I'm ambidextrous in a lot of things, and I also bat backwards.
Fun fact, I golf with my left hand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also golf the wrong way. If like for someone who is traditionally left-handed.
Was sitting in my right hand. Do you think that like
But
I should like still like fundamentally change because like that is just like, you know, it is easier to fit in with society if I'm right-handed?
So yeah, there might be there. So okay,
Wait, what is this
I can
argument?
understand where you're coming from. I understand that you think that they're doing that because that they hate
Her
that you're
argument.
left-handed. But can't you see it from like a perspective of the person? Like, do
No,
you
I
think
can't.
it's possible for a person to say, well, I love my kid a lot, and a lot of things in this world are made right-handed, so there's more selection, right? So like if you wanted to buy things like gloves or I don't know, whatever else.
But you
is
can
right-handed
train to
stuff,
be
you know,
right-handed or
guns,
whatever.
scissors, all sorts of things are kind of made for to
This
be
isn't
right-handed,
congruent.
right? So can you imagine the scenario in which the parent makes that calculated decision and says, you know, I love my child so much, I know it would
This
be
is the
easier
you're going to
for them.
get teased for
It
being
would be
gay,
easier
so
for
you
their
should
life
learn
if
to
they
be
were
straight
right-handed,
argument.
because then a
That's-
lot more things in
I was
society
actually
would be
trying to...
easier
I
for
was
them. They'd
thinking
be
of
able to,
something
you know,
similar
have
to that
access to a lot
about
more
gay people.
things.
Yeah.
So I'm going to teach my kid to be right-handed. Can you see how that doesn't have anything to do with hating being left-handed?
Would you make the same argument about a kid being gay? Because it's so difficult
Nara
to be
does
gay
make
in the
this.
society. They need to be like changed in order to like be straight or like, you know, at least be content with,
I mean,
like,
my
being
cousin
in a
was
gay,
literally thrown out on the
with-
street
with
and
being in a
disowned,
straight
so...
relationship and like having to avoid gay relationships because of it.
Well, okay, so I definitely think that okay, so a lot of
There's no way she's going to turn
How do I
this
word
into a
this?
thing.
I think that societally it probably is easier
I'm waiting.
if you're not gay, I think. Just in terms
Probably.
I mean,
I mean,
that's
it's-
objectively
of
true.
Yeah.
things like marriage, things like children,
You don't need to
things
explain
that-
this.
that kind of
Everyone
You don't
knows
need to
it.
explain that. You're not smart for knowing this.
metrics that tend towards long-term happiness.
Mhm.
I think so you could have an argument that if the kid says that they're gay and then the parent
Yeah.
goes like, okay, well, you know what, maybe you're not gay, let's just explore that for a bit. I don't really think that's necessarily hateful, right? But obviously there comes a point where a person is very obviously like they can't change and that's kind of how they are, and then then I think at
No,
that point,
I think
maybe
that's
if you push
directly
it a little bit too
harmful.
hard, it might be a little bit harsh.
If
But
your child
I
goes
can
to you
still
and
see how
says,
it
I
comes
might
from a
be
place of
gay,
love.
you should not
Does that make
say,
sense?
I
So
feel
maybe
I
you
would
should
say, like,
pretend to
just
not
try
be
to
for a
use
little
it.
bit and see.
Really? How so?
Because you're
Yeah, I
saying
would
that,
never
like,
do that.
fundamentally how you are is wrong.
Like, if
according to
my
society,
son or
because
daughter
it
ended
goes
up being
against the
gay,
norm. This
right?
means that you need
I would
to
just be
change
like,
and adapt in
all
order
right,
to have it easier.
keep living your
no.
life
What
and
I'm saying is that
don't tell
what
your
I'm saying is that
grandparents.
the parent could see that as
And-
Yeah, don't tell your
being
grandparents is a good
being
answer.
an easier life, and so they would want to explore that option.
Like,
And I don't
it's
think- I
fine
don't
for
think
me,
that
but the
necessarily
grandparents,
comes
It's
they,
from a place of
emblematic of
now.
society.
Right?
you
I
know,
don't think
the grandparents
it has
are
to
getting
come from a
old.
place of like I
They're
just
dying.
fucking hate gay people.
Like, Vinny's
and if my
never
kid is gay,
told
I
his
swear to
grandparents,
God.
my grandparents.
It
They don't
doesn't
need to
have
know.
come from
It
that
would
place.
break
It
them.
could come from
They're 80 or 90.
a position.
Wait, what did she just say?
Right, because it's kind of hard for us to judge like
Did she just?
what people are thinking.
I
in
don't
their
know.
motives.
You rewind
Are
a
you
little
trying
bit.
to describe
Okay.
malice like everybody? It doesn't have to come
More.
from that place. It could come from
Like before she mentioned the kid being gay.
You're saying that like fundamentally how you
Yes.
are is wrong according to society because it goes against the norm. This means that you need to change and adapt in order to have it easier.
No. What I'm saying is that the parent could see that as being being an easier life, and so they would want to explore that option. And I don't think I don't think that necessarily comes from a place of malice, right? I don't think it has to come from a place of like, I just fucking hate gay people, and
I
if my
just
kid
hate
is gay,
gay-
I swear to God.
That's the most honest thing she's said
It
all
doesn't
day.
have to come from that place. It could come from
I don't know. I don't think
a
Leaf
position.
hates gay
Right, because
people.
it's kind of hard for us to judge
Well,
like
she said it pretty
what people are
sincerely.
thinking and their motives. And I try not to describe malice like everybody.
I'm being
So
facetious.
it's like I think
Ugh.
Do you think
at least I try to. I'm not
it's
perfect,
like
obviously. but-
loving? It's loving for parents to shove their queer kids into conversion camps where they're going to get electrocuted anytime they have gay thoughts. Because
I
it's
mean,
so
I knew a
difficult.
friend who went to
What the fuck is that real?
Yeah.
a gay
Electrocuted.
camp.
Yeah.
Yo, Link, I want to see that shit.
What, do they not know what conversion therapy is?
Yeah, do they literally not
is
know?
Hassan running this camp?
Do they not know what conversion therapy
They
is?
don't know.
Gay conversion therapy. Man given electric shocks demands apology. Huh? A gay man who went through months
Where
of
is
electric
this?
shock therapy in a university psychology department 50 years ago has demanded an apology.
This is 50 years ago.
Sure, but
yeah,
like,
I
is,
mean,
Yes.
is that what you
obviously-
should
Yeah,
bring
conversion
back?
therapy is
Sure, that's bad.
not allowed.
Yeah, that's
Should,
bad.
should
I
you
think-
like?
I
Should
think-
you bring back this?
Hey, if you
this
can't
type of
shock the dog, you
treatment?
can't shock the person. Okay.
okay.
You can't shock the dog.
That's
you can't
good.
shock
We
the
can
person.
agree on that.
Oh, fair enough. Fair enough.
Unless they want it.
I think in that case is a little.
Unless they
a little
want
bit
it?
Fucked. But
Yeah.
that's
Is
kind of
that-
like an outlier. Let's assume.
I wouldn't
assume
mind
that
shocking
this-
a few people.
That this place that we're talking about, they're not shocking people. It's just like you go there, you try to figure
I think that would
yourself
be
out,
fun.
and then maybe you're like, I'm still gay as fuck, and then you just leave. And then
So, Do you,
I'm
do you
still
think,
gay.
Do you think gay people can be quote unquote fixed to be straight?
Well, no, I mean, honestly, I don't really know. I mean, there might be like
You don't-
some bi people or
Fixed?
because I feel like not everyone is like completely gay or completely straight. There's probably like some kind
Mm.
of
You can't be completely gay.
I think I think everyone is bisexual.
like for instance,
There's
like
just a
going back to the trans issue, I would
a
say
primal desire to
you
procreate.
could,
Well, no.
like, if you
I
were
mean,
trans,
I
but you were,
find
like, and I've had friends like this. by the way,
anyone of the
who told me that
female
they're trans,
stature
and then
attractive.
they basically
Trans women or
decide to live
otherwise,
with it,
regular.
or I'm just
um,
they're just
So
gonna
women.
live.
they are repressed.
I just don't
because
find
it's too
men
difficult to
attractive.
transition in society. Huh? Is
So-
that what you're like
Well,
getting
Yeah,
or
at?
same.
they're just okay with
You know,
it. Like, they're
if,
just okay with it, right? Because there's
um,
different reasons, right?
What do you call
Like
it?
for some people, like perhaps it's not as bad
To
for them.
someone
I
from
will
the
admit that
outside
there are people
perspective,
that have
they
really
would
bad
consider me
dysphoria.
gay
Like,
for
they,
that.
They have to
if
do
they're
it,
a moron.
otherwise they're just
I just got sent
everything's
I just got sent a recent example.
recent one. Okay.
Yeah, sure. Chinese trans woman
She's
awarded
making an
thousands
argument
over
for
forced electroshock
conversion therapy, by the way.
hopes for change.
This is-
Transgender woman
I
in
mean,
China.
This is yeah. I mean, this is China, and again, like it doesn't even matter because I'm still against that, right? So like I agree with you on the case of the shocking no shock collars. Now I'm not Hassan.
The thing is,
I agree.
the thing is, like, I can send you this from the human rights campaign about.
I don't
how
like any
if
major
you
streamer, to be
went-
honest.
If like LGBTQ,
Those large
young
streamers,
people
not a
are just,
fan.
like more likely to have
like
thoughts of
Destiny.
suicide and whatnot after going to
So
conversion therapy.
Okay, so I don't really think that this this line is
That's all really.
that important because I'm against a lot of this in the first place.
Didn't
like,
Tecto
but,
try
like,
to
you're-
befriend
you're-
Destiny at one
You're
point?
saying that like
I'm gonna
a trans
gonna-
person
They
can
did a
just- should
intervention.
just like repress in order to like have it
Look,
easier in society.
I'm
yeah?
going to accept your premise for the purpose of argument. So let's say yes.
Or Tecton did an intervention with not so erudite.
Okay.
Mhm.
Now, under that premise, but can you
I
still
think
agree with me?
Tecton talked to
that
Destiny,
there
but
is
I
a
don't remember what it was
potential
about.
in terms of the motive that a person could see that my child could have a better life if they do this, and that would be their motive. So you can see how
That'd be a
that's-
selfish
even
motive.
if it's wrong,
If-
according
it-
to you, or
even if
according
it's
to whatever
it's wrong.
moral framework you want to use, you can see how that's not from a place of hatred, right? It could
doesn't
perhaps be
matter.
misguided, but it doesn't mean that it's a hateful action.
That doesn't matter.
So
It's the effect
So
on the
there's a mom-
person.
It's like I think for my child, I want to give it a try.
There's people who
because,
kill their
things will be
kids
easier
because
for
they
them
think it's
if,
the best thing for
if,
them. Like,
they
Why
this
would
doesn't
it be
matter.
easier?
Yeah, I mean, Abraham
would it
tried to
be easier
sacrifice
for
Isaac
the-
to
the
God.
to not be
earlier.
gay?
yeah,
I
What
mean,
is
Said earlier,
responsible
like,
for that?
societal norms. Well, again, like, what if they're just bi? Like, they're kind of bi. They
So
had some
it's
maybe
They're
some
kinda
fantasies about
bi?
it. We don't know, right? We don't know.
sussy
Maybe
Okay.
about
it's
it?
like,
What is she
maybe if we
talking
send them
about?
here,
how do we not know if we're in a hypothetical? Like,
So-
the entire
You make
point of
the
being in a
rules.
hypothetical is
Send
to
them
know
here, I
everything.
think our child will live a better life. And then, send them there, and then, maybe they come out and they're still gay, and it's like, okay, at least we tried. You see how that wouldn't really be hateful?
Tried
It
what?
perhaps misguided, but it wouldn't be like a
Yeah, but in that time you could have learned
imposition with
math
malice,
at
correct?
home
it is
with your
incredibly
loving
dangerous to
family.
say that like you
But
need
would it be malice?
like
That's the important part.
yes
It doesn't. No, that's not important.
It would be malice.
because yeah, obviously
But what makes
because
it malice
No,
then?
I don't
you're
agree that it
saying
would be
like,
malice.
the way that you are is wrong and you need to be changed and fixed.
Yeah, but
in
you can
order
say
to
that
have it
and
easier
not
in a
think
society,
that's
yeah,
bad.
that doesn't like
So it wouldn't be
No,
malice.
it's
I think
easier.
malice is
It's just
informed
easier. I mean,
intentionality.
You're-
right hand example.
sure
Right? You just say that.
okay
You just say that it'd be easier if you're right-handed because a lot of things are made that way. You would have significant advantages by being right-handed, and since you're a parent that wants the best for your child, you would then be like, okay, like let's try to teach you how to be right-handed. It's not necessarily
But being
saying that
gay and being
left-handed
right-handed
is,
aren't remotely
is,
even
like
congruent.
a
No,
moral
they're
evil
not.
or like a bad, like a inherently bad thing. It's just that since we exist in a society, you would have to harmonize with said society, and
So-
it would make it easier.
so should the norm basically control how others need to like live like
It's like I said before. People who are weird have to do their best to live within the society, and society has a obligation or a moral obligation to
Imperative.
This is an
Allow them to have
incredibly
their liberty.
boring philosophy.
not moral, sorry, just a societal obligation.
What?
For the sake of harmony, a societal obligation, not moral. Sorry, I misspoke.
I mean,
What's your
I
definition
think
of
calling, like,
harmony?
left-handed people weird, or like calling autistic people weird, or gay people weird, and whatnot is like pretty. It's kind of
Why is it bad?
gross.
It's kind of gross.
Why? I'm weird. I think
Sure,
weird people
I
are
mean,
cool.
What's weird about
We
you?
have a lot to bring to this world.
Sure. I mean,
Well,
We're
maybe
just-
you
we're
shouldn't
just
exist in the
strange.
world then.
Being weird is just being
Yeah, but
kind
this
of
is,
against the grain.
is it
being-
unnatural?
Is it unnatural? Well,
Well, unnatural.
I mean, I don't
but
know if so,
against
I
the
don't know
grain of
about this
society.
argument.
It's objectively natural. It doesn't
I mean,
happen.
So
I mean, being
By
gay,
construction.
like, if
being
you're
gay
different than the
happens
norm,
in
you need to
nature.
basically
Animals
hide
are gay,
and pretend that
but
you
it's
are
not.
Everything
part of
described
the
here
norm in
is
order to, like, fit
natural.
in and be the least
It's not
disabled.
manufactured.
I mean, it depends.
Left-handed
I don't
is
necessarily
natural.
mean it means
Gay,
always hiding.
natural.
It just means
Dysphoria,
trying not to.
natural.
So like
Autism, natural.
let's say for instance, like
These are all
Let's say-
emergent
I love hentai.
aspects
like, a
of
fuck ton.
human
I
experience.
love
Really into
hentai.
Like damn, and I got one of those
What?
Go shirts, right? I love it. It's so good.
Okay.
If I wear it like at home, it doesn't really matter. But if I wear it like at a park where there's kids, now I'm kind of infringing on society. You see what I mean?
Yeah,
But I'm not saying
you're
you should make
breaking the
I Hate
law.
All shirts illegal.
No, that's public indecency.
Do you equate being gay to being like some perversion?
No, I'm using an example of
No, that's the
a
right
thing
response
that's
here.
outside of
Nyara really
the average
said
normal
exactly what
society.
needed to be said.
That is true.
Yes, I think that being trans, being gay, are they're factors that aren't shared by the majority of society.
Well, that's obvious.
So is not being a man.
Do you think like exclusive white neighborhoods?
Yeah, there's
should
more
be a
women than
thing?
men in the world. That's true.
Exclusive white neighborhoods.
Yeah, so there's just like there's just like
Man, that's a
a
hard one.
town where there are only like white people allowed to live because like it is too disruptive for a person of color to live there.
I
Do you think
mean,
that's like
gated
they
communities
should
are
be like
usually
able
all
to
white.
like have like should that be like a thing?
That's a rough one, actually.
It's
That's
rough
a
because you
rough
know
one.
you'll get more flack for answering it. Just answer it, coward.
Mhm.
I mean, if you want my honest opinion, I don't care. Yeah, there's all white
Yeah,
neighborhoods.
the
This might be
answer is
shocking, but
this.
That's what happens.
My
This-
initial
Get over
my
it.
initial reaction
There's all
is
black
yes,
neighborhoods
because of
too.
freedom
Get
of
over it.
association.
That's what happens.
What does that mean?
But
People want to
I'd
be
have to
next
think
to
about it.
people they know.
Well, you should be free to associate with whoever you want, right? If you only want to hang out with like who.
Why
am I
does
to
that
say, like,
apply
who
to
you can hang out
trans
with,
people? Why does that not? Why does that not extend to us?
right?
Well, trans people like to be around other trans
Right, like
people.
liberty, like I said, right?
Yeah, but what
Coming
Leaflit
from the
said,
point
we
of
have
view of
freedom of
liberty, like, I
association.
would have
Why
to
do we
enact
not
a
have
law
that?
that says that you have to hang
in
out
her
with people of other
hypothetical?
races. And if you don't want to, like, why is that my?
Well,
Why
because
is
she
that
doesn't
my?
think trans
I mean,
people
I'm
should
gonna think you're an
exist at
asshole,
all.
but
Do you think this level of
Oh,
like
she's
gatekeeping,
seeing
like,
it in the
you know,
inverse.
do you think
Never
that
mind.
like I don't know, countries should just like decide that like only people who were born there and look like a specific way, they should be like allowed there, and everybody else needs to like get out? Is like that something that
This is an
like, support?
assimilationist argument.
sorry that if you can you
Like,
give like a
if-
concrete example?
Sure, if
Like a
Germany,
hypothetical.
That wasn't
if Germany would
hard.
go ahead and they are going to be like, well, Jewish people are too disruptive, so all of them need to like be sent away. That is like something that you would like support because the majority of people in Germany aren't Jewish, so they should be able to like decide that.
No, I don't think so, because that would involve taking their property rights away.
What
What?
if?
Well, it would because
you would have
you're
to steal-
pushing
so
them
if-
out.
If Jews lived in Germany, you would have to steal their property rights and steal their property in order to kick them out.
So
I mean,
do
yeah,
you think that
the-
like a
that's
sense
accurate.
of like identity is less valuable as like property? Like you can take
Sense of
people's
It's
such-
identity
it's
away,
such a
but you
shallow
can't take their
argument.
I mean,
property
it's
away?
shallow,
What do
but
you mean? What do you mean take their identity away?
I mean, if you're saying something like, "Oh, trans people shouldn't be allowed to transition because it's too disruptive, so they need to like hide in their
well, okay,
towns."
yeah. Nyara
I'm
went back to the
hypothetically-
trans people.
hypothetically.
Well, okay,
Hypothetically
okay,
what?
wait.
Hypothetically-
Nara
Well,
gets
'cause
to
it
make
was an
a
allegory.
You're saying that like trans people are like too disruptive for
Wait,
for
I gotta think about
society,
this.
so they need to like
Why do you want to
They
pause?
I
shouldn't-
didn't say that.
they shouldn't transition in order to
after she gives her
I didn't say that,
argument.
though.
fit in with society. Yeah?
No, I didn't say that.
I mean,
That's not what I
you're
meant.
you're talking about
Well-
like trying to.
Okay. But whenever Nyara didn't say something, Leaflit kept going anyway. And in this argument, specifically here, Leaf's right about property. You shouldn't kick them out because then you're taking the property and then you get a fascist government, right? Or a communist government, either way. When
But
you give
but
it.
it's an allegory.
Yeah, no, I get the allegory. Nyara goes back to trans people, and she has every right to do so. Because the identity of someone is not the same thing as hold on, I'm missing the word.
Well, it's literally more important than the property.
Yeah,
is the point here.
it can lead to someone's it can lead to someone's actions, right?
Huh?
It can lead to someone's actions. That's why it's more important.
No, because it's what you are. It's who you are. Your property says nothing about you except that you have gained enough wealth to purchase a property.
Well, that's not what I'm saying. By actions, I mean like suicidal thoughts and stuff. That's why it's more important.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's
It is the
intrinsic to
health of the
being trans.
Yeah, the health of the person. Well, I wouldn't even just say trans. I think there's plenty of gay people that go through a similar process too. But
yeah, but the whole argument is about like should trans people be able to exist because their existence is disruptive to society? And Leaflet's description here is like, is it disruptive to have like a bunch of an ethnic group in another country and then that ethnic group be forced out of the country because it's disruptive? And the reason that it isn't good is because in order to disrupt, in order to remove the disruption, you need to deny their property rights.
So
So she's said that the property rights of these people are more important than the collective identity and life of all trans people ever.
well, would you say Leaflit would support the actions of like taking all the trans people and like moving them to an island or something, just to get them out?
I don't know. I don't think that we're going to get that question. I can't speak on behalf of her. I can only interpret what she says.
To match like the status quo, the norm.
Yeah, to perhaps make things easier for them, and then if they're not, then they have the right to do that if they want.
So you
I
should
mean,
always.
if there's a dude, so say there's a mom and they have a kid, and like my kid, my kid would have an easier life, and
Say there's a
say that her
mom
rationale
and they
behind
have a
it is that's
kid.
study show
Yeah,
that, like,
that's inferred.
if they get married and have kids, like that's the path to happiness. So I want my kid to like have that path to happiness. So I'm gonna try to like see if like we could.
Well, you can be
we
happy
could
without
find out
having
if being
kids.
gay is a phase, or they're not actually gay.
You can
Maybe
also be
they're bi
happy
and they
without
can
being
maybe they're
left-handed or
bi and they can just
right-handed.
not have a boyfriend or whatever, right? So they send them
You
to a
know,
thing to try to like figure that out.
overpopulation
"Too
is a
bad,
major
Mom, I'm
cause
18
of
now and I'm still gay.
homosexuality in nature.
I'm gonna go fuck a dude."
Like that
Like,
is just what
it's up to them.
happens.
Why would
Yeah,
I
it's
then do
It's
that?
God's
So you
will.
think
It's God's natural way of
So you think
controlling
conversion camps are,
the
like, a good idea
population
then?
and growth.
for kids?
No, I don't think that
They should go
I don't
to
think they're very
therapy
effective.
to figure out who they
Obviously,
are.
that's
they
a
are
joke,
gay.
but
Sure.
it could be.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, you should know who you are, right? I mean, it's a good thing to go to. If you have these feelings, you're kind of confused about it. I think it's a great thing to go to therapy and like maybe find out how you do feel. I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
I mean, sure. Would you send like straight people to therapy for the same reasons?
Well, no, because that's kind of again
it's
that's like within
natural.
the societal norm, and there's no innate disadvantage to that, right?
So like only
There's no
those
innate
who are,
there's
like,
no
out of
innate
the norm,
disadvantage
they
to being
need
gay.
like,
Let me get
figure
that.
out
Let
if
me
they're
get that out
actually,
there.
No, it's more that like so I don't really believe in like the conversion camps in the first place because I don't think they're very effective, right? But what I'm saying is that
They're not effective.
They
They're
can
straight
torture.
up
come
do
from a
not
place
work.
not of malice.
Yeah,
That's
they're
my
literally
point, is that
torture.
You could
They literally come out
you
of
could
malice.
come from a
Violate-
place
How
of,
is
like,
that not
I-
malicious?
Violate
though?
the Geneva Convention.
It's not because you want what's best for the person. And what
What
think
you
is
th-
best
okay?
for
Wait,
the
wait,
person
wait,
is
wait,
that.
wait, wait, wait.
Why is the
Leaflit
best
does
for a
answer this
person
right.
for
It's
a
what
gay
you
person
think is
to,
best for the person, not what is best for the
you
person.
know, pretend to be
Well,
straight?
I mean, again, if they're 100% gay, and they found out they're 100% gay, then maybe it's best for them to just be gay. But what I'm saying is, there might be a case in which a person's bi, and maybe they're not really they don't really like dudes that much, and then maybe you could convince them to maybe the mom could convince them to have a wife instead of a boyfriend because it would be easier on them in society in terms of
Holy
then
shit,
you
you're
can have
fucking
children
still
like much
going.
easier.
Mhm.
You wouldn't have issues with like
an hour and 20 minutes left.
adoption or like
Would it be easier for the
what's
mom
the
or
word,
would
like
it be easier for the
surrogacy. You wouldn't
son?
have to deal with all of that.
The video died, so
Maybe
this is a
both.
2-part video
I mean,
now.
I don't know. I don't know. It,
What-
maybe both.
okay,
I mean,
if you're
I
if
think it
you're
would be-
gay, if you're a gay man, and your mom forces you to marry a woman,
Mhm.
so you can have.
Oh, we're on
like,
conversion
forces
therapy, by the way.
Yeah.
forces is different
Oh.
from suggesting
Hell
or
yeah.
Do you think
helping them out by being like,
pestering
discover
people
yourself more.
isn't?
We're also
pushing
still
them
in a
into a gay
hypothetical.
direction If you're like constantly being like,
No, you're
why
not.
aren't
I
you?
don't
why
think
aren't
we're
you
ever
married
going
a
to
woman?
go
Why
off a
You
hypothetical.
should marry a woman. You would be so much happier if you would just like have a wife and give me
Yeah, maybe she thinks
grandchildren.
that.
Is
Yeah, maybe
is
she
that
thinks that. But
how is
you're
that
the
not
adult, it's not really
abuse?
forcing.
how
It's
is
not
that not
forcing.
abusive? That's literally abuse.
It's not.
It is
You could just be
emotionally
like, hey, I'm not
manipulative.
gonna listen to you.
Wait, okay, hold up,
No,
hold
you
up.
just be like, I don't listen to you.
It is emotionally a manipulative.
It's just abuse. Yeah.
It is just abuse.
I was gonna say emotionally manipulative, but I mean, I don't know.
I don't even need to
Like-
say anything. I figure that
Well-
most moral people can infer that that's abusive.
Yeah, I mean, let's take my own family for example. when my cousin came out as gay, you know what happened? No inheritance. Nothing. Unless
Oh,
he
that
changed
fucking sucks.
until he would change until dating a woman or marrying a woman.
Jesus.
Yeah. So that's, I mean,
I'm glad this
classic
shit is
advantage.
mostly antiquated.
Well, I mean, he lives with
Holy
me.
fuck.
I mean, he lives with me now, and I get the inheritance, and you know what I'm gonna do with it? I'm just gonna give him
Yeah.
whatever he was gonna have. But, you know, that is straight emotional abuse. They literally treat people like in these classic families like they don't exist. My
Yeah.
aunt and uncle literally treat my cousin as if he was never born.
It's so common in families that have some sort of like disconnection from their gay sibling
Yeah.
for them to just not see them
Well, his
as human at all.
his sister, you know, visits him and, you know, stuff, but no one else.
Listen, Mom.
Why-
I hate to tell you, but I'm gay as fuck. Sorry. I like dick.
So
And then it's just like,
why are
This
you,
is not the
why are
time
you
to make this
protecting
joke,
the abusive
Leaflit.
mom then?
I don't think she's abusive. I think she's just maybe you could say at the most she's misguided. I don't think it's abusive, really.
Okay,
But you
so
can be
if I tell
misguided
you
and
every single
abusive.
day that the way that you are
In
is
fact,
wrong
most
and you should
abuse is a
change
result of
to fit,
misguided
to
Well,
fit
that's
action.
my
different.
worldview.
That's kind of
How is that
harassing and nagging
different?
at that point. Well, that's different because like if you say like, okay,
Majority of
I want
domestic
what's best for my
abuse.
child. I'm gonna take them to this thing and see like if make sure I'm gonna take them to therapy and make sure they work it through and they discover that they're really gay and then you know what they're gay.
So you're
whatever.
You're
advocating
really
for conversion
gay.
therapy.
I don't really like it, but whatever.
You're advocating for
no,
conversion
wait.
therapy?
I don't think it's effective. Is my point. And I said therapy, not
Yeah,
like
it's
conversion.
it's
Okay.
I feel like everyone should have therapy.
if
Should-
you go
should
to
trans people have
therapy to
make
not
sure
be
that they're trans.
gay,
I mean, sure,
you need to have
obviously.
therapy.
Like that's how it works in
there-
order to
there's
get
just-
to get care in most places. I am
But
just
you
like,
don't go
really
to-
confused.
Therapy to
No,
be
I'm just,
convinced
like,
that
a
you're
little-
not
I'm
trans.
just like a little bit
That's not why you
confused when it
go.
comes to like
No,
the
you
part
go-
of,
You go
to
to be able to
it's
make
not
that
abusive
decision
to
yourself.
tell your
And there she
child
go.
that
There's
like
Lily. Lily's
they
gone.
like they should like be
Well-
different. They need to be like they need to be different. They need to be
So there's
normal.
abusive ways. So there's abusive ways to go about it. I think. So I think
don't know
I think
what
there
happened
are
there.
ways in which it could be abusive. As in, if you're saying, like, for instance, like if I had a gay kid and I'm like, my kid ain't gonna be gay. Shut up, kid. You're not gay. And then the kid's like, but I am gay, Dad. Shut up. Like that would be abusive.
So if I
Right? But
phrase it as
I'm
like,
not talking about that kid.
I would
if I
laugh
would phrase it as like,
if that
oh,
happened to me.
I just really do not. I don't want.
Shut up,
my
son, you're not
child
gonna
to
be
go
gay.
through the
Shut up,
struggles
Dad.
Of being gay, so I really wish they would like find reason and become normal because it's so difficult. Would that be like abuse
yeah.
to you, or would
Welcome
that
back.
be loving?
No, because they might be bi, right? I mean, how do you
Answer that.
know, right?
How
Maybe
you
they're
can't
bi and then maybe like
say someone's
Just
bi?
hypothetically,
You
just
know-
assume the kid is like 100% gay.
yeah. See, but the thing is the parent wouldn't know that, right? So the parent.
Yeah,
might
but
be
it's a
thinking, like,
hypothetical,
they're
you
might be trans, but
retard.
They're not.
It's a
And then it's
hypothetical.
Why does it
We're
matter?
loading the
Why does it
hypothetical.
matter
Why can
if the
Nyara
child
not
is
load the
gay or
hypothetical?
bi? Like, would
You're on
it be-
hypothetical,
Would it be
like,
abusive
hypothetical.
for me to like phrase it as like I'm coming from a point of love? I just really
Leaflet's
care
like,
about my
no,
child. I want my
the hypothetical
no,
can't be
hypothetical.
your configuration,
not
actually.
go through the struggles of having to deal with homophobia.
Yeah, I think that's perfectly right.
That is wild. That
Why
is
is that wild?
absolutely wild to me. That you do
Explain-
not think
explain
that's
why
like
it's wild.
abusive.
Why is it wild?
Because you're
How's it
basically
abusive,
like
though?
you're basically sugarcoating abuse. You're basically like
I mean-
How is
justifying
it
it.
abuse?
Okay,
I
Explain
mean,
how it's
I'm
abusive.
not
The
gonna
like
lie.
Human Rights
Well,
Commission has said
well-
that conversion therapy is abuse and literally torture. So
I mean, there are parents that send their kids to my group when they're gay.
mhm.
Do I ever tell them that they're
Yeah.
not gay? No.
Well, if it's different. If you're going to like a support group for people who are depressed or whatever, like
Mhm.
if you're going to a group for people who are gay to come to terms with that, that's different. But what she's talking about is
Mhm.
you're going to like a therapist who is going to
Attempt to
like,
convince you that you're not gay.
attempt to convince you that you're not gay.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, but what if, like, let me tell you all the bad things about society that happen if you're gay, right? Like, this doesn't sound very good, does it? Like, you don't want to be on the receiving end of this. You could be so much more rich and have so much more opportunities if you didn't like dick, or you could even just pretend, like, you don't actually have to. You don't even have to give like birth or anything.
Let me
just make sure that you never
Yeah, like uh my mother's
you just can't.
my mother's cousin, okay,
Okay.
is lesbian. Okay? Drives a motorcycle,
Okay.
very butch, always been lesbian. I met her lesbian.
Mm-hmm.
No one even brings it up. It's like it's nothing. And I mean, the old people just think that
Yeah, because men sexualize lesbians, so it's okay to have lesbians are okay. They're the good type of gay.
Yeah, they just think she has a roommate or something. Never brought it up. Everyone knows she's lesbian. Old people don't. Whatever. It's no big deal. But suddenly, male gay is entirely different because of what?
Male gay is because impeaching the sanctity of manliness. Because in the patriarchy, if you lose any point in manliness that was allocated to you by God, you are like a lesser being than the rest of society.
You become a gender traitor.
Yeah, and if women kiss women, it's actually just hot, and you wish that your wife would do that with some other girl, but that won't happen.
Because the child is not straight and needs to like
Yes,
repress.
Yes, but then you don't know that, right? And then say the parent does know that. Say the parent doesn't know that, and the parent's like, oh, maybe it's a phase, maybe they don't know, maybe they're bi, maybe there's something else, and then maybe they'd have an easier life, maybe like with a woman or something. And then so they try to take them to therapy to make sure that's the case. And then if the kid says that they're gay, like, sorry, mom, I just love dick and balls. And then the mom goes,
I think the parent should be a lot less involved in the
there's two
child's
routes it can go at that
sexuality.
point. One route, it could go, no, you're absolutely, no son of mine is going to be gay. I would think that is abusive. But if the mom was like, well, I tried, then I don't really think that's abusive. See the difference?
You're just saying that being straight is better.
No, the intent is always like the same. It is like the
no.
You're just like
phrasing
right one through like flowery vision,
no, really.
and the other one is just like being clear cut.
One is in the best interest of the kid.
Why is it is it in the best interest of the kid, or is it in the best interest of the mom?
I'll be honest with you, right? I come from the Appalachian Mountains, all right? The biggest redneck
couch fucker mountains.
Yeah. If I went to my mother and was like, I'm gay, you know what she would do? She wouldn't care at all. Okay? She would be disappointed, wouldn't care. But if I came out to my mother and was like, I'm trans, I believe and I think I'm actually a woman, it would be the end of the world. Like, it would all be over. So
yeah, these are two entirely like, being gay is nothing in modern society compared to being trans.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
like, I'm trans and gay.
I know.
And no one gives a fuck about the gay part.
Yeah, I mean, my dad, I mean, if I went to my dad and I said either of them, that's an entirely different story because my dad's the Italian one. All right. But a lot of...
Now, what would Leaflit say if Leaflit was your mother?
I think both of them. I think Leaflit would freak out.
Yeah, she'd be like, well, like, hypothetically.
Hypothetically, you weren't gay. We can ungayify you, okay? Every penis you see is going to be a vagina from now on.
Really wants their kid to be straighter?
It could be both. What I mean
it could not be both.
I hate that I laughed at my
it
joke,
necessarily comes
but
from
it
a
was,
place of malice
it was
to be
so
like,
funny.
well,
It
let's
was
make
it was
sure
a
that that's
funny
actually what
joke.
you
It
want.
was a funny joke.
Yeah, let's make sure. Let's let's make sure,
LT
and maybe
Grammar,
we'll
what's
go to this
going
place
on?
and
Hey,
they'll talk to you about
hey.
not being gay, and we'll see how that works. And then
That is conversion therapy.
Well, let's say it's therapy, just regular therapy.
No,
It's
that's
regular
therapy.
therapy.
It's conversion
No,
therapy, though.
Okay,
conversion therapy is a
no,
term for
maybe-
regular therapy
we're
that converts.
It's therapy. They say
We're
they go to
reacting to the
therapy, and the
Nara
therapy's
video
like, let's find out who
that
you
I've been
are. Let's make
requested
sure that
multiple
that's
times.
how's it.
It's been like
Okay,
8
how would you
hours
define
almost.
conversion therapy?
If a
It
regular
is
therapist
basically
Yeah,
going.
let me
provided
pause.
conversion therapy, they
you
would
know.
lose their license in most of the world.
Yeah, because it's literally considered torture. Like you're going against like the human rights of like everything
Yeah.
in the world, universal human rights.
Going to a
You
place
as a
where they're
therapist
going
would
to
be
like
conducting
assume
abuse.
that you can be changed, that you're going through a phase, you're confused, so you just need to like
Yeah.
find reason. I don't know, maybe you watched two
But it
gay
could
men
be.
kissing and that confused
It could
you,
be,
and
though.
now you have to go to therapy because it like invoked a
Yeah.
feeling in you. Do you think
Sure,
that like a straight person watching gay porn makes them gay?
Yes.
I don't think so. But
If I
don't know.
would take like a,
No.
a straight man and I would
If a straight man goes and looks up gay porn and
Uh-huh.
watches it, and I'll give him 2 chances. You get 2 chances. Maybe you're just experimenting and
I
looking.
get you're joking, but gayness isn't contagious.
Well, I'm saying like
Yeah.
you're gonna it's gonna be like a bit that's a bit sus. Maybe you're just waiting to come out.
I mean,
Look.
that's the
we
thing.
we don't
If-
know, but what we can say is that if a straight person
Mm-hmm.
went and searched up gay porn, it would not make them gay because
Well-
they're straight.
Well, that's the liar. That's the liar's argument. A liar goes to someone.
No,
Yeah, it is.
In my hypothetical, where they
No.
are straight and they
Listen.
look at gay porn, they do not become gay.
If let's say, well, no, that is the liar's argument. Let's say a liar goes to someone and tells the person, "I'm lying." The person that's the liar has
Okay.
always lies every single time and tells the other person that they're lying. Are they telling the truth or are they lying?
That's not what that is, though. I'm saying that if you are a thing and you look at something that isn't that thing that you are, you don't become that thing that you're looking at. You stay the thing that you are.
That is the liar's argument because they're still the liar. Even if you tell someone you're lying, you're still the liar. So even if you're straight and you watch gay porn, it's sus, but you're still straight because the argument says you're straight.
Wait, why is it sus?
Because you're looking at gay porn.
So
What's else with that?
it doesn't mean that it's attractive to you. You could just be interested in it.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
that's a fair argument. That's a fair argument.
There
You
could
just
be other
looking
elements
at
of
it.
the video that appeal to you.
Sure. Okay. I will concede to that.
That what I'm saying is essentially that it's not contagious. Like you don't
can't catch the
your
gay.
yourself does not become overwritten by overconsumption of gay porn because this is the thing that people believe. Like they believe that if you consume too much gay porn, you become gay.
Well,
That's not
okay.
true.
Okay, would you consider a straight man looking at femboy porn gay?
No.
No.
Okay. Would you consider
No, because they're straight.
Because they're straight.
because the argument says that they're straight in the beginning of the sentence?
Right.
Okay, I can understand that. We're gonna.
If
move
someone
on.
who is
No, I get it.
if someone who is like confused sexually and they don't know if they're straight or gay, and then they go and experiment in like porn to see what they find attractive, that's like a natural way of finding out what you find attractive.
sit him in a room
Right.
and just like have
Yeah.
him like constantly be around like watching movies and whatnot where gay dudes are kissing. Do you think at some point this person is just being attracted to men?
No,
Wait, this is the same
I
thing.
don't think it matters.
Yeah, you're gonna leave it.
I think this is kind of outside of the point. The point is that
No,
No,
Leaflit
because you're
is that
said
assuming
no.
the
find out
other
what you
way
actually believe.
is correct.
They said it doesn't matter. It
that,
won't
like,
make
you
them
can
gay.
make
Yeah.
a gay
You're trying
kid
to find out what you
straight.
believe. No, what if the kid? So there's two cases here. There's three cases really. That one is that the kid is confused, which is like it's a possibility. People are confused all the time. I don't know. People like what they like, and people change what they like sometimes.
No,
They get kinda
that's
confused.
very
But there
unlikely.
are some people that are
Most
actually
people
like,
do
straight
not
up gay.
change what they
I will,
like.
one. So these are the cases.
They discover.
One, the
Yeah.
kid
Yeah.
is straight up gay. Two, the kid is a little bit confused. Three, the kid's like bi, and they don't really care. So
So
there's like the three scenarios, right?
you know, like why as a kid I was confused because I always knew that like I was stuck in the wrong body, right? I shouldn't have been born male. I shouldn't have been raised as a boy. And I initially thought every boy wanted to be a girl, and I didn't have like any education on this, and I was really confused because like I didn't
Well, here's another
understand the
part.
point.
I wouldn't consider Nyara gay, but a lot of like when I explain this to like the Rumble group, they would consider Nyara gay. But considering
I don't know her sexuality. Does she have a girlfriend or a boyfriend?
she prefers men.
Then she's straight.
Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
people in what I was about to say is people still see trans people switching their gender as homosexual. And that is inherently
Right.
transphobic.
Well, they don't understand the separation between sexuality and gender. Yeah, they don't understand that. That's
Right.
why I don't like using transsexual.
Yes.
Where, well, okay, so
Nyara
Not
says she's
every boy
pansexual, but
wants to be a girl, and there was like a
I mean,
there were a lot of
she's
like,
only-
That just
cases
includes
like,
trans
really,
people, so she
like,
would date
woke
like
me
trans
up
men.
to this phase.
yeah.
And
She-
do
she
you
told me
do you
she
think
prefers
that like
men.
I should have
Right.
like just gone to therapy and then have like someone tell me that like no, I'm a boy because I was born a boy, and I should just like do more boy stuff in order to like realize that I'm a boy.
Theoretically,
You
this
think
makes you
that
more
would've-
trans, by the
Explore-
way.
I think you should
do you
explore
mean?
the possibility.
Yes.
If you put someone in conversion therapy early enough
I
in
think
their
you should
life,
explore
they're
the
going to be more.
possibility
They're
of,
going to be
like,
more
maybe
trans.
You'll be okay with it.
Yeah, I
and
tried to
maybe-
repress
maybe you'll-
for I tried.
They're
to
gonna hate
repress
those
for
things
about,
more.
Like 15 years, and I wanted to kill myself when I was 14.
Okay, sure. Then maybe you're super trans, and I mean, it is what it is, right?
Super trans.
But that doesn't mean that if your parents took you
You're super trans.
to
She's
a place
super
to like
woman.
make sure that was the case, that it comes from a place of hatred. That's my point.
So if like 50% of the population attempt suicide, they're all super trans because they all commit suicide.
They might be
Or
worried
attempt-
about it. They're
yeah,
thinking
that's
that-
literally
thinking that,
the argument
it's a-
here.
I mean,
Put it this way. Do you think it's
sure.
fun to be trans? Do you think it's fun to be trans, Nyara?
Do you think it's
No,
fun?
it's
society
Would you
makes
be
it
trans?
What kind of-
incredibly difficult.
what kind
to
of
be trans.
Sick
If
question
you
is
could,
that?
would you be born cis girl
I
and not have
think-
to worry about being
I
trans?
think anyone
We're
would
gonna
say
get the
yes
say
to
that.
this.
senzu bean
All
argument.
my life
We're
since
gonna
I
get the
was, like,
senzu
7
bean
years
argument.
old.
And is it terrible? Like, do you feel awful? Like,
Do you
does it
think-
feel bad all the time?
do
Are you
you-
constantly reminded of it?
Should
Yes or no?
do you think that like me going to therapy would
Well,
have
that's
like
kind of-
fixed that
I'm not gonna
instead
lie.
of like me going through like gender?
That's kind of vile on Leaflit to say. It's
Yeah.
because even in my group, we don't do that. We don't say that because it genuinely is harmful to the mind
Yeah,
to ask those questions.
but even if it's not harmful to the mind, she knows the answer.
Well, she knows the answer, but I've had people in my group have breakdowns over those questions.
Yeah,
I mean,
well,
can
content.
No. I'm not really talking about that. So, but you would agree that it's bad, right? It sucks. It sucks being trans, right?
It sucks.
I mean, gender
Would you agree? I mean,
dysphoria
that's why
sucks,
trans
yeah,
people are sad
and
all-
the society
That's why
makes it
trans
like
people are
really
sad all
hard.
the time, right? Yeah. It sucks, right? So if
Yeah,
I
'cause
were
of
your
you.
mom, I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want that to be your future. So I would try everything to make sure that wasn't the case. before we went with
Yeah,
it.
so you'd be abusive.
And that's my point. Am I a bad? Would I be a
You're a
bad
vile
parent
human.
for thinking
Yes,
like,
you're
okay,
bad.
I really like.
Yes.
I know that if my
Yes.
kid is trans, they're going to be going down like an awful
You're
road.
selfish and misguided, and
Man,
I under-
intentionally
that sucks, and I
avoiding all
really
the
don't want
science.
that for
Yes,
my
you
kid.
are
Wait, if I
selfish.
had to play
Absolutely
the devil's
100%
advocate here,
sure.
I can understand Leaflet's argument and what she is trying to say. I just think it's wrong. Because
Okay.
I understand the
No, no,
argument,
I-
but it's
I will
based in
step
ignorance.
in.
because
will
you gotta
step in.
you gotta remember this is
I
what
will
I
step
thought.
in. It's an argument that goes insanely hard if you have 2 IQ.
Well, I thought this.
We understand the
before
argument.
I had the first trans person in my
Yeah.
group, right? Because what happened to the first trans person in my group? If either of you ever read, he was cutting
Are they dead?
himself.
You haven't told me.
He was cutting himself, and now she does
Yeah.
it.
Okay.
And it's as simple as that. If they didn't go through what they went through,
Well said.
I don't know if she would still be around today.
Yeah.
So the argument is flawed. You could
Well, the flawed nature of it is because she's not doing the research.
why LT Grammar, why is Catholic and Christian tagged? Because I'm a deacon for a Catholic church, and my support group is a religious support group.
She's saying that, would I be a bad person if I put my kid through conversion therapy first? And the answer is yes, because you could do one Google search and find that conversion therapy is considered torture in like under human rights. So you wouldn't do that. Like, your hypothetical is that in this perfect world where if I do these things, my child becomes better off in society. But if your child is trans, they're not converting. So you're just going to torture them.
Indie Girl 500 says gay.
Yeah, very gay.
What is this?
Love girls.
Greta 100. Wait, what? I forgot the Rumble bot could do things. Greta 100 meow ooh why not? Can I help in any way purr? I'm a little cat girl.
What the
from
fuck?
Super Dreamy One Foo. You what?
Sure, man.
I didn't know you could do this. What the frick?
I don't know what's going on.
I didn't know you could have. What is this? Oh no, meow viruses aren't nice. I had no idea you could do this. That's wild.
Leave it to Meow Uwu Cat Girl to find out some cool thing that you can only do on Rumble.
That they're trans before we go forward with this.
Yeah.
Would you say that they're a hateful parent for that?
Yes.
Go forward with water.
Yeah.
Get
Version
you
therapy.
get a cat girl on
with
Rumble.
with transitioning. We're gonna make
Rumble has a cat
100%
girl when you
fucking
add
sure,
the
like,
bot. I had no idea.
150 200 1000%.
That sounds like a very Rumble thing.
Sure. That you're dysphoric. and
Please
that,
send cat
you know,
girls
it's
in
the
this
only
chat.
thing that we can do.
No,
Would
do
that be
not
a
send the
place-
cat.
Did she say
be like-
diphoric?
Wait, did
It's
she?
awful to be trans, and I don't.
Did she just say?
Hatred, dysphoric, and sure. That you're dysphoric, and that
Dysphoric?
it's the only thing that
You're
we can do.
diphoric?
Would that be a place of hatred? To be like, it's awful to be trans, and I don't want my kid to go through that. So we're gonna make
Okay.
sure.
Can you imagine?
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, before transitioning, especially when it comes to like medical
Can you answer my
process,
question
it is guided with therapy. You would go through to therapy anyways in order to like
Can you answer the
obviously make
question
sure
first,
that
though?
that's the right path.
Do you think? Can you answer the question first though? Like, do you think that would be hateful? Would that be would that come from a place of knowledge?
It kind of depends like what type of like therapy you're kind of like referring to. Do you think like
It comes
oh,
from
we're going
ignorance.
to like be supportive and we're going to like try to figure out what the right path for it is, no matter what the right path actually like turns out to be? Or are you going to be like,
we take you to
no, it is
everything.
like incredibly difficult for you to be trans, so I need to send you to like
Say-
therapy so they
Or another
talk to you
hypothetical, by the
why you
way.
feel this way, to like maybe get
let's
you to the
say-
point where you like repress enough or whatnot.
Let's say, for the sake of argument, they take you to a trans expert, a person that is very pro trans expert. They send you to a person that is basically tries to convince of not being trans, they send you to all of them.
Which is literally
Because
conversion
they don't want to,
therapy.
they'll
Over and
pull
over and
all
over
the
again.
stops for their
It
kid. They'll
is.
spend all the money for their kid. So they send you to literally everything in order to make
They kill
sure
themselves.
that this is
That,
what
that
it
that's
is.
what
Do you
happens.
think
They
that's a
kill
hateful thing?
themselves. Yes, they die. Yeah.
What do you mean by
They die.
sending to everything?
Everything. Like they're going to send you to one therapist that's pro-trans. They're going to send you to one therapist that is kind of more pro you you know
And then you
I
get
don't know what
mixed
the word for
singles
it
and then
is.
you die. Also,
you
either way, you still die.
you know
Yeah.
Anti-trans?
Yeah, you just kill yourself, yeah.
not only anti-trans, like
Moderate?
Moderate?
like convincing you out of it, basically. Like you send
So
one
That's
that's
anti-trans.
gonna convince you to be trans,
Therapy.
and one that's gonna convince you out of it, and maybe like they're gonna say like
So someone
you
wants
know,
to, like-
let's
That's conversion
They're
therapy.
sending you to a therapist where they're bullying you out of your trans identity. Is that what you're saying?
no, they're just
No,
trying
what do you
to,
mean
like,
no? That's literally
tell
what
that
you
there's
just
alternatives to it.
said.
Like for instance, I'm just living
What is
with
the
it.
alternative for a trans kid that has gender dysphoria except for like transitioning?
I mean, they could live with it.
They can live
LT
with it.
Grammar said, "Oh, I got you. From what I've seen, the only depiction of gender fluidity in the Bible is from angels and demons.
Yes, that's correct.
That is
God too.
Yeah, God too. That is correct. Yeah.
All higher up angels and demons are they
Yes.
well they have no gender. They're genderless. They're agender.
Yes. Yes.
And God is gender fluid because he's omniscient. Yeah. Angels aren't omniscient, I don't believe. I think God is the only one that's omniscient and
Yeah.
omnipresent.
I mean, if you're wondering, LT, since you're new here, my group helps people come to terms with their sexuality and orientation or transgender, and it's religious. There are homosexual and transgender religious people, and
There's entire churches.
Yeah, they don't have many places to go.
Mm-mm.
Would that
Just
be
people
like a
like that.
good life?
Well, I mean, it doesn't really. Does it?
I
does
wanted
it
to
solve
end
the problem for
mine.
everybody?
Do you think that like me living a life where I just wanted to like end it like every single day is like a good life, just because I
There's a lot of
didn't
trans
transition?
people that there's a lot of trans people that transition and they still want to end their lives.
Yeah, because of society.
I mean, yeah, we live in a society.
Yeah, HRT doesn't fix the
How to tell
environmental
you.
abuse that you experience on a day-to-day basis
This
from
is
like
true.
your family
Mhm.
or friends or like
Yes.
you know.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
She's spitting facts.
I mean, I have
But
thoughts on
she's
what
okay with
actually
that.
should be done about that, but I mean, that's let's get back on topic. So, like anyway.
So
Back to the hypothetical.
It is abusive to say that like, oh, I'm going to like send you to someone who is like who knows about trans stuff, and then I'm not going to be happy with it. So I also need to like teach you about like the anti-trans stuff and like all the risk, and I gotta like fearmonger about like
Hold
you
on.
know.
Do you know about sending? Do you know about getting a second opinion? Like with medical
What?
things, right? Like doctors can make mistakes, therapists can make mistakes. So you get a second opinion from like another person, right? And say that that second
Conversion
second
therapy is
opinion,
not a second
you would
opinion,
typically
girl.
want like somebody who would try to anti the position. That way, like you could be for sure.
No, that's not how that works.
There's actually like a post.
Her argument is literally, I have a
saw
cold, I
while
go to a
ago. I don't know if,
doctor,
like,
the
anyone
doctor
in chat
prescribes
remembers that,
a
of, like,
remedy for my
mom who was
cold.
like, oh, I
I go
have
to
A
a
second opinion would be
naturopath.
crack
and,
cocaine.
Hey,
I will only
don't
let my kid
don't be hating
transition if I
naturopaths. I went to a naturopath. Okay.
Yeah, but instead of like taking the medicine, like completely going to another person to get
Well,
a second opinion.
Yeah, that's a little wild, but not all
Yeah.
not all naturopaths are crackpots. Okay.
No, there's a lot of naturopathic
Well, you know,
like medicine and shit that actually works.
yeah, and you know, my doctor is well. You know why my doctor was so good and actually saved my life? He was German, and it's another reason why I think German people are just
German.
smarter. Yeah.
tell them every single day about like all the negative like studies, the
I
anti-trans
actually
studies,
I
and
gave
have them like
Nyara.
recite all
Nyara
of
actually
these things.
ordered
Do you think that is like
a sleep aid that he recommended to me, and she actually ordered it to help her.
She
Yeah, she. I did say she. No, I say
You did
he recommended to me, and I said she got it. I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. She got it.
Dyslexia.
This.
You just missed the letter.
I am. The Freemasons
Can we
really
take
tried to help me.
Can,
What?
can we take a moment to appreciate the artistry of Nyara's logo? Jesus Christ.
What, down here?
It's so good. Yeah, whoever designed Nyara's logo really fucking popped off. It's so good.
Sure,
You
but
know.
It has such a good
What,
silhouette.
Did she not design it herself?
I don't know, maybe she did. Epic, she did. I think she's a graphic designer, so maybe she did.
that's an outlying case. I think that's kind of
I mean, you know,
that's kind of beyond. That's kind of beyond. That's kind of like that's a level of nagging that's like kind of really annoying, right? So like we're not talking about that. Let's stick to like my specific
yeah, but like
case. Do you think
when it comes to like sending your trans kid to an anti-trans therapist, I assume that
Yes.
they're going to like start doing conversion therapy on you, which is
No,
abusive.
they're not. Okay, let's say for the sake of argument, they're not really a bad
Well,
person.
they're automatically.
they're
it
just trying to-
automatically makes it
their
conversion
angle
therapy by default.
is to convince the
Yeah,
kid to like
by virtue
kind
of
live with it.
what
'Cause
is
again,
happening,
like,
it is
you know,
conversion
being
So
therapy.
repressing.
So, I mean,
Repression
sure, if you
also
if you wanna use
kills,
those words,
by
like,
the
they
way.
can live with it. I mean, I know people who have had those feelings, and
Why?
they kind of live with it. They're fine with it.
Sure. Is there life
No, if you
quality
live with
as
it, you're
good as
objectively
someone
not
who
fine
does
with
have
it.
gender dysphoria? Or is there
Because
life
Yeah.
you're
quality?
living with it.
I'm sure it varies.
By
I don't really think there's
definition.
any sort of
It's like saying
data around
diabetics
that
are
being-
fine with
I mean,
being
it's been-
diabetic.
that It's like 100%.
They live with it.
Like better. I don't think like you would have data. That'd be like kind of crazy to have like that kind of data on that.
So
But that's not the point. The point is the point is the intent.
I mean, we
point
got
is
like
intent.
the
Is the
suicidal, like
Is the mom
We traveled
is
too
the
far out of
mom-
the hypothetical. Oh, we're back in the
are
hypothetical.
they-
Never mind.
being a do they have malice in what they're doing? In what I'm saying? Again, I told you their
Yes.
intent.
Yes, it's ignorance.
Is that malice?
The intent doesn't matter.
I don't think the intent matters when like the action
doesn't.
speaks
There we
volumes
go.
of like who you are is wrong, and you need
Really?
to just
Well,
live
Nyara's
with
just
your
right here.
identity in order to
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Say there's a car crash. In one case, the person gets accidentally into a car crash and they hit a person. In the case 2, the person intentionally runs them over. Do you not think that
That's
there's a
not the
difference
same
in, like,
thing.
the-
Do you not?
entirely
Oh my
different.
god.
I mean, in a criminal thing,
Well,
like, sure,
you shouldn't
it
even
matters,
acknowledge this
but,
as an
like,
argument.
when it comes
This
to,
is
like,
literally
the harm
so
done to the
far
person,
removed.
it is still like the same.
They're dead. The person's dead in both circumstances. They're dead.
Yeah.
You're hit by a car.
Yeah, but we don't care
Yeah,
about
so
when
the
the person
case-
dies with the
outcome is
conversion
the same.
therapy.
With a
So
Is the
like-
intent the same?
Yeah,
Yes,
the reality
outcome
is
the same, but is the intent the
it's
same?
reversed.
the outcome is the same, but like, you know,
It's entirely
obviously like,
reversed.
the
Intent the
intent
same.
is not the same.
Okay. So is one of them from malice and the other not? The other one, the person intentionally ran the person over. They're like, fuck that guy, ran him over. Second case, complete accident. They were on their phone or something. Is it malice?
Okay.
Is it
Can you
malice
make
in
do the
first case?
hypothetical without
No.
someone
Malice in
dying?
the first case, like outstanding to like the
Like,
second case.
If they ran over the like grass or
Do
something.
you think that's like the same when it comes to like not wanting your child to be trans or gay? Because the
can you just answer this
intent
question
is the same of like, I do not want my child to be trans or gay.
Yeah, but can we
Correct.
stick to this car thing first? Like, what you in the
Sure,
car, in
if
the
you
car thing?
intend to kill
Can
someone,
we double back to
Let's
my,
let's stick
my
to my
favorable
insane
argument.
obviously, it is
hypothetical.
more
Let's
malicious
go back
than,
to
like,
the
accidentally-
hypothetical.
I'm just like curious because like the intent when it comes to like not wanting your child to be trans or gay, because
I can't even say this is Mott and Bailey because the entire argument is in her fucking mind.
because that's like
Yes.
how
Yep.
society is. It is still like this.
She's
the
like,
same
can you come
as
visit
How
me
would
in my
you-
Mott?
How's that malicious?
How do you even
because
have
you're
a good
phrasing
debate or
abuse,
argument
you're
like
sugarcoating
this?
abuse.
How's it abuse?
You don't.
Can you like?
She's framing it as a philosophical experiment
Or, like,
or
if you have, like, a
discussion,
child,
but it's not.
Right? If you have a child who
It's-
is like, I really want to be like, I don't know, an artist. I want to have like an arts degree. I want to like do these things. And you're going to be like, no,
Yeah,
you
no,
have to
don't.
be a
You're not gonna make that
doctor.
much money.
You have
Yes,
to be a
yeah,
doctor
no,
because
you're
it's
not gonna make that much money.
yeah. So you
Yeah, and they say that. Yeah. See, in secret, they go, man, the artist road sucks. Like it's gonna be so hard. It's gonna be hard to find a job. It's gonna be hard to
I
make
wouldn't let
money.
my kid be
You
an
know,
artist.
starving artists. You know, all of the tropes. It's gonna be rough.
So
It's not a
instead
joke.
of
I
like
would say to go down the route that's
supporting,
more secure.
instead of like
I would
supporting your
like.
kids'
Oh, you nudge them.
passion,
Say,
you're telling them
I mean, it's
what they need to do.
entirely different
uh,
things.
I'm saying that from a point of love,
My
you
parents
could say that
never
that's
let
the
me
that's the
do
better
anything
thing. That's
I
going to be
wanted
more
to do.
secure
I had
for
to
your
go be a
kid.
computer
And that in the
scientist, so
end,
I did.
like perhaps
You need to
say
have
they do get it. Say they do
the
they do
ability to
become a
live
doctor, then they can do art in
before
their spare time.
turning
They don't have
art
to worry
or
about
any
it because
type
you're
of
worried about
creative
the
field
child's
into a
livelihood
career.
in general,
It's
right? So like,
Definitely.
and the thing is, I'm not saying that's
But like,
right. I'm
you
not saying
still
that that's
support them in
correct.
their
I'm
endeavor,
saying
right?
that
of course.
the angle
Yeah.
at which the angle at which that comes from is not malice. It's love because they actually want the kid to do well. And maybe that's the wrong decision. Maybe the kid
No,
is
it's
like a freaking
it's
I don't know, like
misguided,
Picasso or whatever. Right?
ignorant,
Maybe they are.
why does it not
self-fulfilling
matter how the
desire.
kid feels?
Why does it not matter? I mean, of course it matters how the kid feels, but like reality still exists, right?
You're not in reality. You're in
So you
Lululemon.
This is
think
not
that you can, like,
reality.
Feelings and reality have to be balanced, right?
Leaflit land.
what does that mean?
Say you had a kid that said, you know, it's my dream to shit on the sidewalk. Like I want to. I want that to be my job. I'm gonna shit on the
What the
sidewalk.
fuck?
Why
and
do
my
we
kid
have
will
to
pay for it.
exist
He'll
in
pay
this
for it.
fucking pseudo reality?
What
It
is
should be like-
this?
I don't know if that's I don't know if that's viable. It's kind of weird. Like I don't know. Maybe
I don't know if it's
Maybe not.
because it's
Yeah, I don't
I
know
don't
why,
know.
because no one's gonna
No
pay you
one's
to
gonna
fucking
do
shit on the
that.
sidewalk.
just because the kid wants it doesn't mean that it's realistic.
Do you
The-
think that like that is
I think
equivalent
Nyara
of,
literally
like,
face
the
blown.
kid wanting to be like pursuing
IRL.
art as like a passion?
She didn't even bring it up. She didn't even
Well, pursuing something
acknowledge
as a
it.
passion and pursuing as a career are two different things.
She didn't even
How
acknowledge
do
it.
you acknowledge it?
I mean,
you know,
it's like really
Because of
beneficial
reality.
for like.
I mean,
we live in a-
I pissed on a
we live in a
sidewalk. I took my
world of
dick out and just
reality.
pissed like you know
And if
those
you're a
underground
parent that cares about
places
your
you
kid,
walk
I'm not
under.
paying you for it.
I just
I'm not
pee-
paying for
I
it.
just peed all
you know,
over
I don't
it.
know, maybe-
It's
maybe-
what happened.
you-
That is a bad
you'd
investment
probably
on my
gauge it.
end
You
if
could
I
give them
paid you
some
for that.
art
I
classes, see how they
apologize.
do, how- what the proficiency is in it. And maybe it's
I'm
the
sure
right
there's
decision,
someone who
maybe
will
there's some
pay
path
for
that
it
can be
in
taken
the
there. Maybe they're
kink community.
innovative in other skills. It's kind
Oh,
of there's a lot.
definitely. There is a
There's a lot to
market
take in.
for
But
it.
what I'm saying is, it's not inherently.
Less for you,
it's not
though.
inherently hateful.
Yeah, that's
For
your
the parent
deal.
to tell the kid that, oh, you know, maybe pursue something else because I think it's in your best interest.
We don't judge.
What does it
There's
mean?
more market for me to piss my
Like, is
pants
it
than
in
there is for
the
Dawn.
kid's best interest, or do you think that it's
For-
like
I mean,
Or
I
it
would
might be
piss on
wrong.
someone.
It might be wrong. So they might be wrong in their assessment. It's like I said, like you could.
If
primarily
someone- if
say,
someone was
"Oh, I
into
don't know
that-
about
But I
this,
could
like,
make-
my kid.
I
Like,
could
seeing
make
how they draw,
enough
kinda
money
not really the
for
best,
like
but, you
laser
know,
hair removal at FFS just by pissing my
if they got a
pants.
different job and then they could do
And
art on the
yeah,
side,
standing
and
there
then
and
they can
pissing my
be happy and be
pants.
secure in life, then that'd make me really, really happy.
Real.
But they might
Yep.
be wrong because
You
that kid might
laugh,
be
but I
cursed.
100% could.
So whether or not they're wrong has nothing to do with the intent.
And you think that's like equivalent
Especially
of like
if I wore a
telling
skirt.
your gay kid that they should like explore the option of not
And
actually being
fishnets.
gay, and they should like marry,
Or
you know, like a wife and
be
have
what?
like
What was the second part?
grandkids or whatnot.
Well, I don't know. You might there's a lot of people that would believe that having kids, having a big family would be the path to happiness. So if you were to think that people are happy
A lot
in
of
that state
people.
in general,
Many
you know,
people.
you know, obviously there's
Hmm.
people who are better off alone, right? But in general, if you were to roll the dice, if you were a betting person, they would have the highest chance of being happy if they
I don't know
If
if there
they,
are people who are better off alone,
if
actually.
they were
I
able
think
to have
most
that
people
family.
are
Like, maybe
better
they're not-
off
Do you
With
maybe they're
think
they're
anyone.
not, maybe they're
Somebody.
not that fully gay.
Yeah.
Do you think a
Maybe they're
gay
bi.
Do you
Let-
think a
let's
gay
go
man
Rumble.
is happier with a woman because he can have, you know, biological children than with another
think if
man?
he's- I think if he's full gay and he's like confirmed full gay, probably not. But like
Full
we're not
gay?
talking about that.
Yeah, there-
we keep,
you could be
kind of going around
50%
arguments.
Yeah, but
gay.
it's like
My point is the
You could be
intent. My point is
10%
the
gay.
intent of the person.
I mean, if
Would
you
it
have a
be
wife
delicious to be
that
like-
uses a
Like giving
strap
the-
on, that's 10% gay.
Do you think it's malicious? That's my point.
I
That's
think
Is it-
wild.
is
You've asked this
always
question
malicious?
like
It's
5
always-
million
like,
times. Yes,
can
it's always
you-
malicious.
Can you
'Cause you're
take
retarded. And you don't know the
intent
arguments.
from that yourself? Like I don't know how you're able to do that. And
There's no
automatically say that
philosophical
it's
angle for this.
malicious.
You're literally
You're
just
saying, "Oh, you know
retarded.
what? I'm gonna send.
Go
you know,
learn.
My kid says that he's gay. You know, maybe we'll have him talk to somebody, and you know,
Go
see if
read
it's-
why it's a human
see if
rights
maybe the person's
violation
like,
to
"Oh,
do
maybe
conversion
Maybe you're
therapy.
bi, and you know, like you know, it's
Sick
you know, it's
fuck.
easier to And if you're
That
buying, you like women anyway, kind of, then maybe it's easier to be with a woman
agree.
at that point. Then
I want to make it clear,
avoid
Leaflit
all those problems.
is making an
So
argument
it's not
to
from a
try
place
and get
of,
Nyara
it's
to
not from a place of
agree
malice.
with a
So,
human rights violation.
Would you-
Like that's
you
what's
think
happening.
it's malicious for someone to be like,
yeah.
I'm proud of you for coming out as a Christian, but you should be detransitioning because like your identity as like a trans woman is invalid, and you need to.
Wait, can you say again? Sorry, can you say again?
Do you think it's malicious? It would be like malicious intent in the instance of like, oh, you came out as a Christian, and I'm like so proud
So the
of you.
Blair.
Yeah,
Blair
exactly.
thing?
And then you need to like, you should detransition because that is like what God actually wants.
No, I actually don't think that would be.
I
necessarily- it could
don't
be.
even
It
think
could
that's
be, I
what
don't
God
know.
wants.
It could.
You
It could
don't-
100%
you don't
be
think-
from a place of
I
malice,
think
but
that
it's
argument's
ambiguous.
just
You don't think
untrue.
it's like malicious for someone to be like misgendering a trans woman?
Malicious
and then
is just
saying
the
you should
word.
detransition
Well, okay,
because
Yeah.
that's what God
Abuse.
wants.
Is it abuse?
So let me explain it. Okay, so this is what I assume. This is what I assume her point of view is.
Oh, we're in
Her
another
point of view
hypothetical.
is that she thinks
Another
that being trans
hypothetical.
is bad for you. That it's bad for you. It's bad for
Okay,
your,
we need to make
your
it a drinking
psychology.
game.
Again, this isn't what I'm saying. This is
That's what I
think
said. I
Bob is
said I
saying.
needed to get
Now,
drunk
being
before
trans
watching
is
this.
bad for your psychology.
Yeah,
It's not how,
take a shot
you know,
every single
according
time they
to
move to a hypothetical.
her point of view and her worldview, right?
We don't even know who she
against
is,
what
by the
God would
way.
want. So I'm concerned for you because of that, and I would hope that you would stop doing that for your own sake. That's not really malice.
How is that not malicious?
It is
That
if you
it's
don't.
disagreeable. You could say it's disagreeable, but I don't think it's malice.
She literally
If you
said,
don't
"I
take into account
fundamentally
the feelings of
disagree
the person, you're making
trans
choices for
people."
them.
Is that like
You
love
can
and
disagree with
respect?
somebody. You can disagree
You
with
like
cannot
somebody.
violating their
disagree with
autonomy.
someone's identity, huh?
Well,
I-
you could say that their identity is again.
You're
from
saying
think
their
it would
identity
be-
is
you could say that-
invalid.
Do you think
That's
it
what
would
you're
be
saying.
fucked
Yes.
up for like someone
Yeah.
to go,
Wrong. It's wrong.
I fundamentally disagree with people of color, and they should like bleach their skin in order to like fit in with society more. Do you think that is like
But
fundamentally wrong?
I don't know. That's entirely different. I think
Or do you think there's like
Yeah,
an
if-
argument to be
No,
had because it's like easier to
'Cause you're
be,
not a- I mean-
whiter in this?
It's the same inane hypothetical.
like
well,
America
innate.
It's just
Yeah.
but
whatnot.
no inane.
In
Alright, hold
a
on, let
tit
me
for
analyze
tat for hypotheticals, it's valid.
well,
Yeah,
I
in a
mean,
tit for tat world.
I mean,
believe
Leaflit
in
did make a
white
comparison about
because
shitting on the
they're
street,
the-
so I guess we can
Yeah.
we can
Do you
make
think
this.
that would be like a malicious thing to say, like a fucked up thing to say, to be like, oh,
Okay, so I actually in that case I still wouldn't know that. I would still wouldn't know the intent.
you still don't
be
think
honest.
that's malicious?
It's a hypothetical. Just make it up.
Why
Just
is
make it
depends-
up.
Who is
depends on the
making
angle.
it? Who is making it bad for society, for like people of color, like trans people or whatnot? Who is responsible for it?
But they're not even really the same thing.
They're not the
They're
same
not even
thing.
really the same thing. But even if they were, I think
doesn't
that
have
there
to be
could
hypothetical.
Like again, you would have
How many
to,
different
you would
times?
have to extrapolate the
How many different times do you think Nyara just
the
kind of
intent from it.
couldn't just
Big
sat down and
protect-
couldn't
What
imagine?
What do you
I'm not saying whether or not-
interpret?
Like-
Like, how do
I'm
you?
not-
like,
I'm not
It's
saying-
wild.
I'm not saying whether or not. Listen, I'm not saying whether or not it's a good thing or it's a bad thing. That's not what I'm arguing.
Yes, it is.
You
Yes,
know
you
what I'm
are.
arguing?
That's what that is. What you're
You're
arguing.
literally arguing
That's
that.
completely different
How-
from whether or not something is good or bad.
how is that not malicious? I'm so confused.
Wasn't
How
that
do you-
the
how do you,
pretext of the
how do you
entire
question
What do you mean?
it?
like the entire hypothetical?
I'm
How is that-
genuinely
how is that malicious?
confused.
That being left-handed
Okay, can you
is
define-
less
can you define
advantageous
somebody
than
with a
being
malicious
right-handed,
intent?
so that is bad. So we
In
need
this-
to
in this
fix that.
scenario.
I mean, okay.
If you're using
when
logic,
it
that's
comes to
not
like
good.
trans people, for instance, if someone is like highly uncomfortable with trans people and society is reinforcing that, and
No,
then
no,
they
can
shame
you define
people.
maliciousness? Can you define maliciousness first? Like like what would it take?
It's intentional
for
malice.
the,
It's malice. The
um,
word is in the word.
mom
The
or-
word.
Yes.
let's say, what would
Maliciousness
it
is the
take for
act of
Straub to be
malice,
malicious?
and malice is
Like,
intentional.
what is the point at which something that Straub says pushes into maliciousness?
How are we suddenly on Straub?
You know, after
I'm
listening
just
and
going
seeing
to,
this
I'm going
in
to read you
like a
quote,
lot more of this
like,
thing,
I'm going to quote the entire.
I still
No,
see
no, no,
Nyara's
just give me a
conversations
second.
don't come
Give
Give me a second. I
naturally
will
to
answer
her.
it.
Okay.
Let
It
me-
just
let me
doesn't.
read
Yeah.
it, and then I'm going to like point to the things that I read as malicious intent. Okay. Let's bring
She's
for
being
Blair.
way
If he
too
could
logical.
Detransition. This would be so huge, not only for his life, but for so many others too.
Mhm.
God wants him to embrace who he really is. So
Mhm.
there are a lot of like malicious,
Yes.
you know, things that I
No,
read.
from her point of view.
Wait.
From
Okay.
her point of view. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
The misgendering, and then the assumption that God thinks that Blair White being trans, being
That
a
is an
trans woman,
assumption.
Mhm.
No, I was right.
It is, yeah.
fundamentally, incorrect, and she needs to
And
realize
I
that
want to
she's
make
actually a
another
man.
point here. It is a sin to make an assumption of God.
Of God, yeah. You can't speak on behalf of God. You can only
You literally
hear the words.
You literally sinned.
Yep.
And she needs to stray
It's
on
being
the
a false
righteous path.
prophet.
Okay.
This is what I think is malicious, to assert that like trans people are lying about who they are.
Define maliciousness. Define what it would take for Straub to be delicious. For Straub delicious. Straub to be malicious. Define what that would. Define your criteria for that.
It is harmful to assert that trans people are lying
So harmful
and to
means
say,
malicious.
yeah, the intent to harm.
Yes.
It's malicious, no?
So say
Yes.
the intent to harm. Okay, so the intent to harm.
Yes, if I'm going to
You
say,
have to have intent
How long
to
does
harm.
it? Why do you have to
Yes,
say it like
intent
4
to harm. That's what you
times?
said, right?
You 5
yes,
times.
but like
You,
To
it is
understand this.
harmful. I just want to be
And she
clear.
has to
it
show
is
up her
harmful
argument.
for trans people to repress
on.
their identity.
She's making it up on the fly.
Wait. I just want to. I just want. Can
No,
you
she
repeat-
wants Nyara to
so
say
let me
intent.
say
That's
you
what
said.
she
You
wants
said
Nyara to say.
It's the intent to harm
6 times.
that makes it malicious. Yes,
Yes.
that's what you said.
6
Okay.
times.
No,
what if-
it's
It
the
is what
intent
views around
of
harm?
malice.
What if her intent isn't to harm? Right. So
7
your
times.
criteria is
But
it
that's
becomes-
what it
Leaflit
is.
said it
malicious.
7 times.
No, but that's you said intent. You didn't
7.
say what it is. You said it's intent to harm.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's what you said.
maliciousness
8
is the
times.
intent to harm. It doesn't mean
So
she
what if
needs
her
to have
intent
it the
is-
intent to
what
harm.
if her
4
intent
times?
is that she thinks it's what's best? She thinks it's
Yeah.
what will lead to the most happiness, which is
for
why she wants
herself.
Yes, but that
9
intent will
times.
harm.
That is what
9
she is
times.
But that
based
intent
on
will
herself,
harm.
not
Yes.
for them.
10
She-
times.
She is assuming
Leaflit said it
that
10
trans people
times
are
in a
not
row.
women, that they are just confused
This is-
men.
You're assuming that. Well, yeah, and she thinks that leads ultimately to confusion and to again.
But it's
this isn't what I
harmful.
believe. I'm
It's
taking
it's
Straub's stance,
proven
but it does
factually
not fulfill
harmful.
your criteria of intent to harm.
I see why Nyara wrote to not watch this.
But it is harmful to assert that
Yes.
trans people are lying
Yes.
about their gender identity
Okay.
and to say that they should
Even if that were
detransition.
true, it does
It is
not
true.
constitute intent to harm, which was your criteria
11
for
times.
maliciousness.
If you're being
The
told
intent-
about like everything and you still keep pushing, then what am I supposed to assume?
It's intentional.
What is the intent to harm?
Malice.
Where's the intent to harm?
12 times,
Where's
13
intentional
times.
where's the intent
misgendering.
to harm and
It
what-
is
what-
14
what she said?
times.
It is the
where is
Oh, yeah,
it
14
is the
times.
abuse.
Did she not
is the
intentionally
assertion.
misgender them?
The intent.
To-
Intent to harm.
She intentionally
Intent to
made the
harm.
post.
15,
Yeah, to
16,
insinuate that her god wants
Leaflit's entire
White to,
argument is saying the
embrace
same thing
who
over
she
and over and over
thinks
again.
that Blair White
Because-
actually
Well, she thinks she has a
is.
gotcha here, but she doesn't. She doesn't
Why did she think
understand.
that? Why did she say that?
Because she's transphobic.
Why? For what reason does she say that she hopes that they change? For what reason?
Because she's transphobic.
Because she thinks she knows more than them.
is it
in order to fulfill like her worldview of like what Christians have to be like and what her God,
which is
the
which
authority.
is why
yeah?
does she want them? Why does she
If you
want them
stabbed
to, why
me,
does she want them to
but
change? For what
you
reason?
felt like you were saving me
To
from
live
an evil
according to her
world,
belief
did I
system.
have malicious intent?
which she thinks is
Yes,
a
you
better
did.
result
Yeah, that's
for
how it
them.
works.
Because saving me from
Thus,
saving me from the
intent.
evil world involves killing me. So you had
So
malicious
you
intent.
still
Yes.
are just sugarcoating abuse.
I'm not. I'm
What
not.
are we at?
Yes, you
18,
are.
19?
Using your own words.
You can
Your own words was intent to harm.
20
That's what
Well,
you
that's
said.
the
I didn't say that, you
definition.
said that.
20 times. Holy
Yes.
moly.
Intent to harm. Yes.
Okay,
Holy.
what if I
I
come
don't.
along
I don't
and I'm
think
going to
that
say
making a
that,
Twitter
like,
post about it
oh,
is anything but
there's,
intent
like,
to harm.
someone suffering.
If I didn't want to harm them, I wouldn't post about it.
Just, you know, they're old. They don't really have like that much long to live anyway. I should just like go in there because I believe it will make them happier if I'm going to like you know, end their lives.
Well, first off,
Well, that's a good
Would that be
comparison.
would that be
That-
like
no,
I made it.
I-
Yeah.
or would that be like
well, I wouldn't agree. Well, I wouldn't agree with it, but it wouldn't be.
It wouldn't be
necessarily-
malice.
Whoa.
Would it be necessarily malicious?
What?
Yes.
I mean, like a murder.
Wait.
Nah, I wouldn't think it would be malicious.
You wouldn't be a
necessarily. I think it would
murder
be
either?
bad, but
What
I
is
don't think
li-
it would
this
be
The
is-
material
malicious.
reality of the act is malicious.
It's
Yes.
like you actually cared for. It's like your family member, right?
Did Leaflit lose her
Or you're just talking
mind
about a
here?
random person.
This is wild.
Yes.
does it matter if it's family or random?
Well, she didn't lose what she
If
didn't
I,
have.
If I strongly
What?
believe,
What?
according to
What
my
am I
God,
hearing?
my God is telling me that this one random person on the street would be so much
Yes,
happier and
the
better
intent-
off if they were
Oh
dead.
my
Would
god.
that be
Yes.
like okay?
I can't
you
I
know, would
can't
that be-
this is
the
ridiculous.
intent would be.
I can't fathom it.
Wouldn't be malicious, but it would still be deranged. Sure.
It wouldn't be malicious?
This is just like she's so caught up in this fucking meta-ethical thing. There's this philosophical argument of like, it is malice, like, can malice be something that a human being is capable of if in their heart of hearts they had like positive intentions? And it's just like,
Is Leaflit Christian?
like deontological.
No one
Like every like if you look in like deontologically, it's just wrong and malicious, and every other word that you put forward, because the result is objectively determinable to be abuse or death or harm, malice, the intent of the person doesn't matter because it's retarded, like it's ludicrous. Like if a crazy person has an intent to help and causes harm, the crazy person is doing malice. Okay? They're doing a malicious act intentionally with intent that is psychotic, right? But we don't say that they're not malicious because they had good intent, because they can use that to justify it ad infinitum. So we don't give that opportunity to people who cause harm, because doing that puts you into a fucking deontological area where you're like, well, at which point do we trust that that person's intent was not malicious? We have to trust them on it. So we go by the result. The result of conversion therapy is abuse and torture. So if someone does conversion therapy and it results in the abuse and torture of a human, the action is malicious, regardless of the knowledge or intent of the actor. That's the way this works. So,
Yeah.
Moving right along.
I mean, you're
Have
correct.
another 30 minutes of Leaflit saying intentional, like she
Well,
had some sort of
no-
fucking gotcha.
No Christian would even dare to think what Leaflit just said either.
Well, this is anti-Christian, because what you intended to do doesn't matter, because God can see everything.
This I'm actually kind of pissed that she agreed and said that's good here. Like, I went from insanity to I'm upset. Like, that's what I just can't believe it.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't consider just
I can.
that statement. I wouldn't consider Leaflit a Christian individual. That's not normal.
It's just intentional disregard for someone's humanity. What's it fucking called? The doctrine of double effect. Look up the doctrine of double effect. You'll understand the whole medical thing. Like, do I relieve someone from pain, or do I let them go through the pain?
No, I completely understand that, but that's not what Nyara said. Nyara said not inject them or anything, to go in and kill them, to murder them, like, basically in cold blood. Not
to pull their
not nice.
They're going through pain.
Yeah, that's still incorrect. I know what it is. It's just that's That's not normal
yeah.
to even think like that, to agree in any way. It's not normal.
Of course not.
Yeah, like the maliciousness doesn't come from the intent; it comes from the
It comes from the
negligence,
result.
the negligence to make sure that your intent was backed in some sort of reality or knowledge of the consequences. So the negligence is how you get criminal negligence from malice and ignorance.
You're like
That's where
killing
you get it.
somebody, right? Like for the hell of it.
He'll like killing
Just
somebody for the
'cause,
hell
like,
of it.
you know. I mean, you think you'll.
Oh, we're in another
your
hypothetical.
suffering I think it's morally bad, but
No, it's-
that's like my beliefs on it.
It's just bad.
Yeah, I wonder how you came to that conclusion.
I don't know.
Nyara's literally on the floor laughing right now. She's like, "How do I even respond?"
I need a moment.
Well, I posted
She
in
She just said, "I need a moment."
I posted in
Basically,
Left Wing
whether or
chat.
not a person is deranged, it has nothing to do with their intent. They can still be deranged.
It does. It does. I mean, I just said it. I just explained it. Everyone knows. I explained it. Everyone knows. I don't need to say anything.
Based off of other factors, basically.
Yep.
It's a separate issue.
So Leaflet's just nuts.
That's not what derangement is. That's not what derangement is.
No, she just doesn't understand her own ideals.
Oh my god. I hate knowing
You
things.
think
I hate
that
knowing
wouldn't be,
things.
like abusive.
Which
Welcome.
Well, it would be. I mean, it could be. It could be.
Welcome to the club.
So if the intent, according to you, is not malicious, but the outcome is still them suffering.
Well, they're separate, right? Like for instance, in the example with the car, you still killed somebody. It's just you just didn't intend to kill them. You just did.
Would that make
It's
it better?
deranged.
Would that make the outcome better?
It's deranged.
No. But it would change the intent.
So
basically, like
You can't accidentally, intentionally
I'm
do
very-
something,
I'm very
retard.
confused because like the outcome
I was
of,
gonna
like,
say that.
you know, asserting that like trans people are lying about their identity and like wanting them to detransition, like even if you have like the bestest intentions and whatnot, you think like the outcome still being like the same of like being like having to repress and like having a worse quality of life instead of just being like accepted and included in society is like making it better.
She doesn't think that's the case. She doesn't think that's the case. She thinks that it's actually better if you don't, basically. That would be like
it would be better for her, right? But it wouldn't be better for like the trans person.
She would think it would be better. She could think it would be better for the other person as well.
That's literally what
She
Nyara
thinks
just
it would
said.
be
That's
better for you.
that's literally what Nyara
Would be
just
better
said.
for the other person. That is what I'm like trying to like understand.
Say I had a friend who was a turbo slut, right?
Hypothetical.
Gregorian chant.
A turbo slut.
Turbo slut because it might be bad for you in the end. You might regret it one day.
I don't know. It's a
Name of the
really
name.
fast
Pleasure to meet-
slut.
I mean,
It's a
Patrick
really
here.
fast slut.
I'm losing my mind, a man
But
with no name. I'm sorry, I'm losing my
buying
mind.
into them being a turbo slut. I'm saying it's bad for you. In fact, I think that like by saying something like that, you actually care more about the person.
You know that one movie
To be
Turbo
honest.
of like the snail that wanted to like win races?
It's a horny snail. It's like Gary the snail in a bikini.
I have seen
I
a non-zero amount of that snail pregnant on DeviantArt.
I don't
And it has
think
scarred me to this
Leaflit
day.
knows what the goal of Christianity is. What you're called to do. I don't think she even understands it.
I don't even know if she's religious. I'm pretty sure she's not.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes it a little bit better.
I mean, I might be wrong, but I feel like she's not.
She has used religious defense. I don't know if she's religious as like a practicing religious
That's a lot
or
of issues with
or
being a turbo
convenient
slut,
thing.
right? Like
oh yeah, this lets me
pregnant on
do
accident,
like
STDs.
racism stuff.
Get pregnant on accident? I'm going to
Harder to get married
8
one
a.m.
day.
mass. Only reason I'm trying not to go back to sleep right now.
Say, like, I think
Well,
it's
spend
bad for
time
you.
with us.
I think it's,
We have
I think
about an
it's bad
hour.
for you. and
Today is
it's
Sunday, but
very-
mine isn't until like 10 or 11.
You're gonna regret it in the long run.
I'm not going
That
that
would be
early.
my intent.
I'm just going to stay
And
up all
telling them
day.
to stop doing it. Now, I'm not saying that that's what I believe. I'm not saying that I believe the Straub thing completely, but I don't think it comes from a place
think it's
of
a 10.
malice. Is my point.
She's trying to exist in this like in this philosophical voodoo land.
She wants her cake and eat it. She wants to have her cake and eat it too.
Yeah, that's
That's
essentially
Considered
the
how,
goal
the
of
trans
this
person
type of
feels they're
exercise.
being,
Yeah,
I get
He's-
that.
like socially put under
She's
pressure
getting greedy
to
with the argument.
basically like detransition and whatnot, having like the entire environment tell them that, oh, it would just be easier. Oh, the abuse would just go away if you would just detransition.
Well, everybody.
Do you
Well,
think it would be
everybody
like a
feels
better?
bad when they're not validated. Everybody feels bad when they're not validated.
Well, that's
So, for
true.
instance,
We're not
if I
talking
was
about
a crack
everybody.
addict and people told me, "Oh, it's bad to be a crack addict," I'd be like, "You're not validating my feelings.
You're not valid.
It
What?
feel bad, right? And it
What?
has nothing to do with that. Whether or not
What?
you know, I'm not
Went to
I'm
Mass
not
at
really
10
saying
the
that
other
they're the
day.
same. But
there's no way she just
my
made.
point
I
being
didn't.
that
Okay, when I
you
first
can
heard
feel
she bring up
invalidated, but the
crack,
other person can still
I
have
didn't
the
think
best
she was
interest.
going there, but she somehow
not like-
managed to get there.
Yeah, let's compare trans people to crackheads. That's a good idea.
I didn't. I literally thought she was just making like a standard, like like when someone has like an addiction, blah blah blah. But no, she literally went there.
Don't you know? All trans people are crackheads. It's just how it works.
Yeah, affirming
What I-
gender
what I do in my spare time
dysphoria
is none of your
treatment.
business.
Exclusive. They're two separate things.
Can Nara not
Do you
handle
think
it? She
being a
keeps
crack
stopping.
addict
Wait.
warrants enough pushback
She-
as like, or like being trans warrants enough pushback as being a
She
crack
trans.
addict.
She couldn't do it.
Oh no!
Wait,
it's
wait,
a
I
matter of
gotta hear
degree,
that
but
again. Hold on, I
being
didn't.
a crack addict as like, or like being trans
She's too
warrants
busy
enough
laughing her ass
pushback
off.
as being a crack
The thing,
addict.
the thing that I really like
no, it's a matter
about
of degree,
Nyara
but it's a
navigating all
matter of
these
degree
fucking
that's going on.
hypotheticals is when she does this thing where like she's trying to critique a
maybe, I don't
comparison
know,
that
it
Leaflit is
depends.
making.
Maybe
She's
the-
doing it
maybe
in the
the-
best faith way possible.
Maybe
Yeah, that is true. She is doing it in the best way.
Yeah.
Man, no, hot take. I know it's not. Wait, I know it's a hot take. I don't look at them like that, but I am aware that gender dysphoria was at one point in DSM-5, which is true. That is, they treated it as a mental health illness. A mental.
Yeah,
illness.
we're not disagreeing.
Yeah, you're
we're
not.
not disagreeing
that's
that
not.
it's a mental health
Yeah, that's
issue.
no one's disagreeing.
It's a neurological issue.
It is a yeah.
Or it could be the soul.
It was listed as a neurological. It was listed as a mental health condition, so that it would be able to be like treated in a vessel. Like it was set up based on I forget the DSM-4 regulation, but it was too harmful to like for
Yeah,
trans
you could.
people to go through the
Yeah.
process of getting diagnosed.
Yeah,
And
there was too much fucking red tape. So they were doing like you had to do like 2 years of RLE, which is now abuse. It's called real life experience, and basically it's the process of sending a non-trans person, forcibly socially transitioning them and having them live in their gender role for 2 years, and then monitoring that and making sure that they can live in society without HRT before giving them HRT. So it was essentially
about how the
tar
person
and feathering
feels, even if
trans
they're
people into detransitioning.
yes,
It's a possibility. I don't know. It depends.
But yeah,
on the
no
circumstance.
one's disagreeing with you, man with no name.
Mhm.
It's just like an example of it, basically.
I'll be real.
Yeah, dysphoria is very
I
real.
feel like
Mhm.
I feel like you care more about the abuser and protecting the abuser than like what is happening to the victim and how they feel. I don't know if that's like an issue with
Well said.
We don't-
empathy or
We
compassion.
don't know if it's. We don't know if it's. We don't know if it's true yet. So
What do you
overall-
mean you
Okay,
don't know how
about,
it's
like,
true?
Stop misgendering me and saying that like I should just be a man. I tried that. I wanted to
Well-
end it when I like obviously I endured the abuse, but I'm much happier after transitioning. So like, do you think okay instead of like talking about like what is happening in Blair's head, what about like happening in my brain? If I'm telling you,
So
hey,
The Obama administration conducted a survey on mental health of transgender individuals within 5 years. They had, quote, lost track with a good portion of their case study.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know what you're trying to say either.
I don't think you understand any of the words that you're saying in that order.
It is
I-
abusive.
That doesn't mean anything.
Yeah,
Yeah, did you hear that on Fox News?
Constantly assert that, like,
That feels
I
that
am
feels like
lying
a
about
that
who
feels like a
I think there's missing words.
yeah. I feel that's a headline, like a snappy like point, but made by someone who doesn't actually know what the fuck they're talking about.
Essentially they're saying they removed themselves from life, saying they killed themselves. Yeah, I could understand that. I could see it, yeah.
Wait, they what? Can you read it again with the context?
Yeah,
added?
roll that back.
The
Well,
Obama administration
take that
conducted a
back.
survey on mental health on transgender individuals within 5 years. They lost track with a good portion of their case study, and then he's saying they killed
they
themselves.
died.
They died.
Yeah, I mean that's the way that works. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
Okay, yeah, okay.
yeah.
That's why it's
Well,
hard. That's why it's hard to test on trans people
Yeah.
because we have such a high rate of death. Yeah.
Yeah.
And to
Okay,
constantly
no, I get what
invalidate
you're saying
me.
now.
And
They didn't
still keep
just
on
make up
pushing.
the
You
41%
think that is,
number.
like,
We like half of us literally do
She's spamming
die.
you,
Yeah.
like she's spamming
Yeah.
you, saying that
How does that matter?
you're a dude or something.
There-
Well, I mean, it matters because if she says it like one time, it could be.
Well, there's so many
that
people in my group. Like,
that's just her
I'll
point
say
of
this to a
view.
man with no name as well. There's so many people in my group. I said this earlier. There's 3 transgender individuals now, but I've had more than 3.
One of them is probably going to die prematurely in their lifetime.
Yeah, and I literally
Statistically. One of the 3.
they are all religious, and they literally see themselves like they don't think God accepts them, so they think they're going to kill themselves. They want to kill themselves.
Yeah.
And
we all see
you know,
that's normal.
they, even though, suicide is a sin against God and himself, one of the greatest sins, unforgivable.
Yeah. It's okay. We're already sinners, so we just like fast track to hell.
And that's the problem to see because, and I have to explain it to him. Being transgender in itself is not a sinful act. I find it sad, honestly, because was the transition not supposed to make them happier?
Well, the transition does lower the suicide rate.
It lowers the suicide rate. It does, but it doesn't combat all the other problems. They still have to deal with the gender dysphoria that they have.
And we have to deal with, the dysphoria isn't even the main killer of trans people.
It's mostly the abuse from
transphobes. Yeah. It's being one of the top running issues that a president of the United States won on.
Yeah, it pretty much is an unwinnable situation. Yeah.
Yeah, but like,
there's a difference
put it
between that and
together.
harassment.
Put it together with like everything.
I think that it's pretty emblematic, right? That the least demographic
about, like,
of all types of people in the United States is the one that gets the most of the attention.
That, like, trans kids are, like,
it's intentional,
socially conditioned and whatnot in order to be trans, and Blair should detransition. I would be happier. I'm just a man.
Let's pick one.
No, you have to view it as like a whole package deal because it still comes originates from the same person.
So it could be her point of view that she thinks that it's I mean,
she's wrong.
How I feel
that being trans. Well, I mean,
clearly Leaflit doesn't care how Nyara feels.
Yeah, you could justify anything this way. You could justify anything.
Doesn't really like how you feel. Doesn't always make it right, basically. Like your feeling doesn't
correct.
Correct.
I mean, you just defeated your own argument.
That's not the case with you. I'm saying in general.
You are actually. You are.
Okay. Like me saying like I feel this way about a thing, therefore it's right, is not true.
Correct.
I don't like to hide my opinions up front. I do question it in a sense of Paul explains to us what nature ordains, but we all are created by the same being. So I don't hate anyone. I actually use the letters of Paul. And if you use the letters of Paul and where he talks about the path,
I'm pretty sure we're affirmed by this.
Yeah, through the path of divine providence, if you transition after that baptism, isn't that God's will to transition to save your life? Now,
Well,
it could be considered.
yeah.
It could be considered that, and if you consider it that way, it would also be considered a natural endeavor. That that's how I see it, but some people might see it differently.
So she could have, for instance, in this case, just thinks that you're wrong, and that you are not gonna you are not gonna reach the best result by doing that, and that could be her point of view.
Cardinal Ratzinger, who became a pope, he wrote a book. Highly recommend reading it. It's very interesting. Man with No Name. It's very interesting.
The Bible.
No, he did. No, Cardinal Ratzinger did not write the Bible.
And that's a way that you could reconcile a person who actually loves trans people and is against it.
You think it's love to be like, oh, I really want to save you from this path that you're going on.
Yes, I think
You
that
have
that
to live
in a lot of cases,
according to me.
yes.
I mean, yeah, that does make sense. I'll have to look into it a little more. I'll be honest, even with in the modern age, I have old-fashioned beliefs on sin. Most people do. I mean, I was one of the youngest deacon in the whole country, right? And it was why I was a Volcel, because you're not supposed to become a deacon until you're 25. But I was
35.
no, it's I believe it's 25. I believe. I might be wrong. You might be right. But either way,
Single men must be 25. Married men must be 35.
Yep.
So we're both right.
Yeah. I was supposed to be 25, but I was there. There are exceptions, like being a celibate. It's something you're always meant to be, and there was a health risk, and I met all the criteria early. So maybe I have a more modern view of these things compared to most Christians and Catholics.
Zoomer.
Well, I am Gen Z.
Mm.
But I'll tell you this much. I am the only group with homosexual or trans people in it. All of the other priests will not let them in their group. Priests or deacons. None of them will allow them to be there.
Well, no,
Strive
not
for a better
according
world.
to me, according to what not according necessarily to my command, but according not according to, like, it's not like a controlling thing. It's not according to a command.
Yes, it
it's according
is.
to, like, what you would. No, it's not. It's according to what you think is the best, basically.
Why does
And you're in
It's not
control.
like she's forcing, it's not like
So
she can force you to do it, right? But she's giving you a
I
suggestion.
mean,
A parent can.
there's
based on her
pressure.
world.
I recently confronted with the fact that my faith's somewhat lacking lately. Thought about becoming a priest until I looked into the requirements and saw a priest must remain unwed. Not entirely true. I mean, they can't have sex or anything, but technically, if you get married as a minister and then become a priest, you can keep your wife. My neighbor did it. It's a technicality. You're literally circumventing the rules. They do it all the time.
Also, remember, the ear is the hole God can't see.
What?
the ear is the hole that God can't see.
Okay.
I don't know what that means. That's like I am 12 and this is Steve.
Oh no, that was an actual thing with like Christians that were like taught to like be abstinent, and they would
Fuck the ear.
yes.
That is weird as hell.
View if she thinks it's better.
There's a lot of like
Yeah.
pressure. There's like a lot of like.
How do you
hurt
fuck an
that comes
ear?
from like being
Sometimes the
invalidated?
best-
What
being
kind of
hurt.
pencil dick do you need to
I
fuck an
don't know.
Sometimes
ear?
the best friends tell you what you don't want to hear. And that could be
Deacons
the
can be
case,
wed, by the
for a
way.
lot of
If you want to be a
topics.
deacon,
And
you
in,
can
and,
still
and
be
in this
wed.
topic,
Just
you
letting
might
you
think
know.
that that's the case
Wait,
with what she's.
This is such a stupid argument, though. Sometimes the
Mormons
best
are
friends
so
tell you what you don't want to
Thinking that is
hear,
what's
but you're
best
not my
for you.
friend.
And that
She's not your friend.
She's saying it.
Well,
Okay.
they're
Because
friends now.
Sometimes you have to hear a harsh truth.
Oh, was
her
it-
and Blair
That's what I
White?
believe. I'm
Oh,
saying
no,
that's
no,
what I
no, I
think.
thought
That's what I would
Leaflit
assume she would
and-
believe, basically.
Can I give you an analogy? Like,
No, it's
bear with me
Straub to
for, like, a
Blair
second.
White, and
Imagine
she misgenders them.
imagine everyone is like being born and they have like shoes that they're like
Uh-huh.
growing into, right?
Okay.
And there are like
Shoe.
some people, the shoes just fit. You know, you're walking around, you don't even like feel it. But like you in particular.
Wait, how did we jump from
anytime
being
you
born
walk,
to being able to
you
put
just
shoes
have,
on?
like, a constant
Well, because
sensation
she's
of,
gonna
like,
relate the shoes
discomfort.
to
I don't know,
body
maybe there's like a rock
in the wrong
in your
body.
shoe or whatnot. The shoe
I already
doesn't
see
fit.
where
Maybe
it's
like a
going.
size too
The,
short.
the
The
body.
shoe
doesn't-
And you have
don't fit.
constantly people tell you these are the shoes that you are born with, and you
I
gotta
have no
walk
sides
in
on
them
this.
every time.
You must
But you're
quit.
like,
I have no sides on this.
This-
Just said something. I agree. I believe Leaflit. Sometimes people have to hear the hard truth. I get that.
This isn't the hard truth. No.
What?
Pause. This isn't the hard truth. This is the hard, medically proven untruth.
Yes.
That's the thing. This is medically proven to be untrue. Like, transness and gender dysphoria is treatable factually, statistically, and experience-wise. I know it to be true by, like, gender-affirming care and a society that welcomes you. This is just true. And we also know dysphoria not to be curable. And we
I
know
wasn't saying she was right,
that
but the
convert-
sentiment is correct. The hardest things to say often need to be said the most. Absolutely, I would agree.
and
we
you
can
just, like,
always
feel
say
relief. You
profound
put on a
things,
different size.
but we
put on
have
a
to put the
different shoe,
context
It
in.
fits perfectly. You feel fine, and you have.
She does
people,
not get credit for
constantly
that.
berate you, telling you that you need to like start wearing the shoes that you were born with because it's wrong for you to change the shoes.
Uh-huh.
This
That
is a
what it
stupid-
feels like.
Well, it's a really
I don't know
stupid
what the fuck-
argument, but I get
I
what
don't know
she's
where
saying.
Nyara is going with this.
That
I understand, but
shoes-
it's just bad.
That you want to switch to.
Please
come
don't.
with
Please
a lot
No,
don't
of
talk.
problems.
especially
They come
because
with
your body doesn't change; it's still the same body.
a lot of psychological
You can
issues as
untie
well.
the fucking shoe.
What if that were the case?
No credit
What if
credit,
there
I
were
just
side
agree with
effects
the
to those
take.
shoes,
True.
to switching to other shoes? Now you
That's
would
not
make
the
a
take.
calculation. Is the pebble
No,
in
no,
the shoe worse
no.
or trying
Well,
to like
I
figure out how
understand
to
what
walk
Ma'am
in
and No
a
Name's
different
saying.
way
like,
to make sure that you don't
just
hit the
the,
pebble
the
as
Yeah.
much?
actual words.
Is that more worth it, or is it more worth it to have the other side effects? It's a calculation. It doesn't necessarily mean it's from malice for them to tell you that maybe like let's not switch to other shoes.
What
Maybe
about
they think
like?
there's a different, a better solution.
What about the psychological like torment and whatnot you have to endure by constantly
let me look.
wearing shoes that are just like a size too small, like 2 sizes too
Well, it
small?
sucks. It sucks that
Do you just
were
have to
born
like
in
bear with it, despite you like, you know, knowing that like a different size would like fit better or whatnot,
Well,
just
it's-
because your environment is like shaming you for switching your shoes?
Well, I think it sucks that you were born with those shoes, and I think that's a very sad thing. But in that case, I would say the other shoes have a lot of side effects that we have to consider. Again, not my point of view. I'm
But they
I'm-
don't.
No, you're diverting
I'm
from the
taking,
hypothetical.
I'm taking Straub's
I don't
point of view,
think
basically,
Leaflit
what I
is
assume to be it.
religious. No,
What if
I don't think she is.
I think that
She's
that
not
the
capable
shoes
of
you
living
have on
within the
right
allegory.
now,
She can't do it.
I tried to
working
not pull
around
punches
that
with my words
and
every
that
day. in life.
terrible
Some
terrible
people,
situation
no,
you
you're
had
well.
is
Some people
less bad than the
deserve to be
alternative.
told the hard truth.
How is that malice?
Why do
I mean,
you
I told
assume that, like,
Nyara
your
here
point
that
of view is correct,
she's terrible at
especially when
talking,
the other
so-
person is telling you
Sometimes you just
Why
say
does
it.
anyone think their point
Well,
of view
I'm
is
not
Well,
gonna
we
lie to
literally did
someone.
this stream.
Oh
Why
yeah, we
does
did do
your-
that
okay,
too.
why
That's why
does
you have
your
a
leg
discussion about it.
why does your lack of like gender dysphoria and like lack of like struggling of like being trans give you the ability to judge whether or not I'm happier transitioning?
I tell
or
people to
not?
focus on God, everything else is separately, and they get
Sorry, can you
offended.
say it one more time? Sorry, my brain's fried.
As
Well, it's because you're telling people what to do.
I mean,
But go
Okay.
ahead.
if you're telling a religious
Go ahead.
person that,
That's
Alright,
that's
let's
completely
this last-
what did I
acceptable.
say? Okay,
I agree.
Why does your
Sorry.
lack of gender dysphoria,
That's
like
my lack.
struggling with gender dysphoria,
Lack. Oh, lack.
warrant or like
Uh-huh.
give you the ability to judge whether or
Mhm.
not I am happier transitioning?
At what point?
Like, if I don't
At
have
what
it,
point do
how
you
I
say
have a
you
right
are
to
fully
tell you? Is that what you're
transitioned?
saying?
Yeah.
Well, you never fully
Well-
transition.
Can a doctor tell a
Yeah.
person that is that has a disease, like what's wrong with them, or what they think is best for them?
Are you a
Plain to
doctor?
see.
Why can a doctor do that? Yeah, why can a doctor do that? Like if there's a doctor that says
There's no
oh,
post
you
trans.
know,
Do
Well, I
you
wouldn't
just
say there's
equate being trans
post-trans.
to a disease?
Wait, did Leaflit do that?
Well, that
no, it's
that
not.
there
It's
would
not
need to
equating
be.
it to a disease. It's equating it to basically what I'm saying is that you're
Well,
making an
Leaflit
appeal
literally
that only
just
you,
made it a
as
disease.
as the person
Yeah.
afflicted by a thing,
Yeah.
which is being trans, which is like
Well,
you don't
that's
something
true,
you don't
ma'am.
want, right? You don't want
It's
to be
true.
trans, right? When I say afflicted, I don't mean it's a disease. I mean it's like a thing that you
Okay.
have that you don't like, right?
I mean,
So-
transitioning helped me.
Why?
Transitioning
Okay,
eased a lot of the
but-
pain.
But according to what
I don't
you
wanna
said,
go back.
which is
Well,
I can tell you
Okay,
right
but
away, I do
according-
not want to go back to the time where I
Sure.
was disassociating
Sure,
and
but-
numb and like
sure, but
wanting
that's
to
not
end
what
my
we're talking
life every
about.
single day.
No, I believe you, but that's not what we're talking about. What I'm saying is, how come in that case, why can the doctor have a say? If the
Because
doctor
he's
isn't
like a trained
afflicted by that thing?
professional.
Yeah, because the
So-
doctor
so
generally
basically,
doesn't
if
have a
person who's
conflict of
trained
interest
Professional tells
to
you
indoctrinate
that
you into
should
some
be
sort of
transitioning to do it.
ideological warfare.
Do you think that like do you think
That wouldn't be an
like,
educated
So what is it-
opinion.
someone
What is it that gives you the right to say?
wait, okay. Do you think that like having like someone diagnose you and tell you wait, when you go to the doctor and you have like an illness and you go there and you get diagnosed, does that mean like you're going to like actually take them up on what they're telling you, or do you still have like a say in it?
Obviously, it would still have a say on it, but
Yeah, so
can you answer-
obviously
can you answer my question? Can a doctor, can a person?
I had a therapist do
What is the
conversion
criteria?
therapy on me.
What is the
well, that's
criteria
quite the
for which
statement.
a person can have a say in it, in a thing that they aren't? Because I don't buy that at all.
I feel like
don't buy
most
that you
doctors
don't
lack
have
the
a say
medical
because you're
knowledge
not
to
trans.
deal with
You
many
don't have a
health
say because you're
complications
not this
that
and that.
occurred
I don't agree with
just
that.
in its count as the
Do you
whole
think that,
procedure
like,
being somewhat new in a
Your
sense.
The idea's
idea
there.
of
It's
like
been
being
around for
trans,
quite
like,
some
what you
time.
know about like
Yeah,
being
it's not new.
trans is
not-
more
it's not
important
actually
than, like,
new.
my lived experience as like a trans person.
It might be. It depends. It depends on how much I've been exposed to it. How many people I've dealt with that. I mean, like for instance, like you could be in a position where your personal experience is narrow and it's just your own perspective, whereas I've seen the effects of it happening to other people. I'm not
And-
saying that's what happened to me, although it is kind of the case.
Doc, can you
But,
pause for a second?
Perhaps I have a perspective on it because
Okay.
If one of the things I always recommend, look up Magnus Hirschfeld and the Hirschfeld Clinic. You can see that it is not a recent thing, and the studies have existed for a long time. There is a reason why those studies don't exist now, and it is because of fascism.
They were destroyed.
Time is a circle. But I would recommend to anyone who actually wants to take the argument seriously, look up the Hirschfeld Clinic and go from there.
Also, keep in mind any government subsidized shit into studying transness has been deleted. So they just went into the government files and then Control R and typed in trans and gay and deleted every single thing in the entire government files recursively through all folders that contained those words and those keywords and that regex. And it ended up, I told Don this, but it ended up deleting like an actual soldier who was named Gaylord. He's just gone now because he's not gay. His name's just Gaylord. He's gone. He just doesn't exist. He didn't serve. He doesn't exist anywhere. So that's gone. It also caused a bunch of other issues. You can actually Google this. Just look up like when the government like removed all inferences of the word trans or LGBT or gay or queer. They've removed like memorials to like fallen like gay soldiers or like activists. It's all gone. And they also want to erase this from like the history museums.
That is an
Same with
interesting
like
interpretation of time. My interpretation of time is more aligned on the fact that I believe time flows forward, single file until the day of revelation, where it becomes irrelevant.
what is
rolling
what
back to that.
who said something about time?
Well, I was saying that time is a circle because we continue to repeat the same mistakes because people get
Yeah.
comfortable in not learning history because
People I've
the
talked
past
to
terrible people
that
of
you
history
wouldn't.
destroyed that history.
And I don't
Yeah.
think that who you are
All right,
invalidates
we're
the
going to
logic.
continue forward. We are 8
Yep,
hours.
Almost done.
9 hours, almost.
You know, I'm like really disappointed with this.
What do you mean
And,
you're disappointed?
Yeah.
Well, I think
It's
everyone is
just-
disappointed.
It's just like crazy to me how
hmm
you know you're like speaking in hypotheticals and you're
Yes!
like defending
that's how you-
abuse
Yes!
and
That's the
whatnot,
problem.
and
Wait, she realizes
just
it.
So let me
more
ask you then.
important
Yeah.
that
Not
let me ask you
stupid.
then,
cis people
what
are
would I have to
comfortable
do?
than trans people are
What would I have-
comfortable.
What would I have to do? What would I have to do for you to be approving of me as a person? Like, what would I have to do?
I feel
Or
like
just
you should
gender
change
someone
your
correct.
environment. I think that's not good for you. I think a lot of people there are a
She
lot
did
of
the
like,
opposite, by the way.
What
So what would I
Leaflit
have
did
to do, me?
Oh yeah,
Like,
she
me
found
personally,
Celestium
what would
and
I have to do?
I
literally
think empathize more with
became
trans people
even
and like
more.
acknowledge the abuse that like comes from those people who phrase their abuse as
Became
love
even
and
Can
more.
I
support.
disagree?
Oh.
Can I disagree at all?
Sure, you can disagree.
Okay, so what about
I
my
mean-
disagreements is bad?
Can I disagree on your opinion on how to make me a better person? Is a wild statement.
I mean, just look at what I did. Nyara and Hua told me the exact same thing. Do you know what happened? I became happier. Yeah, I get shit on a lot, but I got new friends. People aren't hateful anymore around me. The argumentations on my streams are gone. Ain't that
Yeah.
wild?
Yeah, like reasonable people ended up being in your orbit instead of like people who were hiding all their beliefs and then suddenly one day decided that because one person was problematic online, it was just palatable to be able to be the worst person in the world. Yeah, these people are just terminally unserious. The only thing that they care about is saying slurs and making people upset and forcing their shit on others.
Living proof of what Nyara said here to be true.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I approve
Yeah,
of
my
all...
circles are all just much less hateful than right-wing circles, and I can say that as someone who has a right-wing Twitter account that is hidden, and I'm fucking alone in, and no one knows that it's me, that has been in these circles that are all hateful.
Well, I've been
and
in all these
awful,
circles.
awful fucking places.
You've seen all the people I used to hang around.
Yeah.
I approve of all the trans people as people. I think all come from a lack of understanding between individuals. True. I've come to the conclusion that I don't honestly have to care what anyone else does in this world. It doesn't affect my salvation. Well, I don't think being trans affects someone's salvation either.
Yeah,
So,
but someone else
can
being
you give me an
trans
example
definitely
of a
doesn't affect
disagreement I could
yours.
have with
That's
a trans
true.
person, that would be okay.
I mean, you can disagree with me on pineapple on pizza. I have no issues with that.
It's not a trans issue though.
When it comes to like trans stuff, trans issues,
Yeah.
uh,
What can I disagree with?
I want...
You want? So if I have a
Okay.
trans friend that disagrees with
It
you, what
wasn't
would you
one.
say about that?
disagree with me on what?
Let's say for example,
I don't even know what this question is.
They
Like,
don't think that straw is
Like
being
no,
being
it's the
malicious. What
what's
if I
the
had a trans friend
permissible
that said
amount
that?
of hatred I can
Trans people
spew.
can be wrong.
Then would you?
no, I don't think that's what this is at all.
Yeah.
She's trying to
But then
infer
they can
that
argue with you against it. Is that what you're saying?
that you're not allowed
Sure.
to
If a
question
trans
it, despite the
person-
fact that she's just
if
had
you-
like
if you
a
find
3.5
trans
hour
person who
interview
disagrees with
where she
me and
questioned
they
it
would, like, talk
nonstop.
to me,
Would you...
Definitely.
I mean, you know,
So does anything I say even matter if I'm not trans?
I mean, it does matter because you have a huge platform, and I feel like you're incredibly responsible with that.
So Leaflet's goal going into this was to talk Nyara out of it. That's the only thing I can get out of this line of argumentation.
Yes.
Like, does it matter?
Well-
like, does it matter if I'm not trans?
And
But we literally just had the conversation. The fuck are you talking about?
and Nyara, well, Nyara straight up said like, "Oh, Leaflet has a big platform. That's why she's important in the meaning for this." I mean, it must suck
Yeah,
for
we all thought this would be better.
yeah, it must really suck for Nyara that her people the size of her are all shitty. You
Yeah.
know? There's no one that really she can be friends with that's large that like isn't a naturally meme person. Like, I mean, I could probably get along with Leaflet just fine, right? If me and Leaflet like hung out or whatever.
I don't know. Could you
Yeah, I mean,
talk to Leaflet?
I probably could because I mean, I was around the VTards
Okay.
forever, and I got around. I was able to hang out with them forever. Well, how did all those turn out? Didn't they? Maybe at first. I just want to know how long it would last, right?
I don't know. They all started off as pretty rotten people.
Well, would
They
you?
were
Yeah, they were pretty
observably
ass.
rotten.
Was I ever considered a rotten person? I don't think.
Yeah.
So. You would what?
Yeah, you were. Yeah.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, people would interact with you because you were interacting with and sweeping for VTards. Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Yeah, when
Mhm.
Huwith became your friend, I was like, you're going to need to tell me, like, if he changes, like, as a person, because I can't see someone morally sweep for, like, a white supremacist and a fake white supremacist and, like, two transphobes and, like, go into their comment section and then call them good people. Like, there's no way that they could be publicly like awful to everyone that I know and like make like suicide jokes about my friends who have passed away, and then like someone is responding to them and giving them praise for existing and ignoring all of this shit. Like, there's no way. So yeah, like you
Yeah.
changed. Yeah, you had to.
What
Changing is good.
would you? I mean, I don't know. Would you consider what I did change or just
Yeah.
moved?
Well, well that is moving. Yeah, moving is changing.
Oh, yeah. Because I mean, would I could still like? Would I consider them bad people now? I don't know. I don't.
I think I think they're all reprehensible human beings. They've always been.
I can't say
Yeah.
anyone's truly a bad person in my mind. But
No, that's why I don't say bad. I say reprehensible.
yeah, I think I see things from a religious perspective where everyone has their own issues that need to be worked out. And
Yeah, I believe in radical rehabilitation of human beings through ideological like imposition even, but they have to show some sort of a desire to understand my
well,
pain.
I think
and if they don't, then I don't care.
I think I was easier because I always held these beliefs and I had my group and I saw it and I never really
Yeah.
I never really changed. I just when they found out, they all hated me, right? Because I was just nice to people. I'm just naturally nice to
Yeah.
people. And then
It's just difficult to reason with, like
Mhm.
Nines posting like the most transphobic thing ever, and then you going under Nines' post and posting like an AI gif of your character saying you're wonderful or something.
Yeah.
Right? Like you link those things together and you're like, well, okay, this is just approving of the tweet. But
well, it's not approving of the tweet. I approve of the person. I just
same thing.
I know.
Same thing.
I don't think everything a person does.
It's the person who makes the tweet.
Yeah, but you can also not reply to that under the tweet that you're confirming the validity of by replying that they're a good person.
Well, that is true. That is true.
You can
Like
chalk that up to autism.
yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess. Cuz like even Huith sent me like screenshots of some of my tweets. Like one time, Shiro made a tweet calling someone, and I was like, "Oh, well, Shiro just did a poll of this person, is he male or female?" was the tweet, right? And it was a poll, and I made a GIF post underneath of it, even though it was a woman. It was a trans woman. And I just had no idea. Like it was straight up like a form of my
Accidental
bad.
dog whistle.
Yeah, and it's mostly because I'm just bad at words. And then
Yeah.
once she figured that out, she kind of
That's water under the bridge. I
yeah,
don't want to litigate it.
yeah. Well, that was forever ago now. I see.
Mhm.
What was this? I see videos sometimes that just blow my mind. Go on Facebook, click a video, random dude starts talking about how we need to bring racism back. Yeah, that's crazy. I do see these now.
It's not. It's not crazy. This is
Racism never
common.
left.
This is
little
the
more
racism is still there, and
If a
it's
guy
a
was
common.
white.
It's a common thing.
Mhm.
It's bad.
And
It's
I
bad.
think you're
We can agree it's
normalizing a
bad.
lot of like these abusive, like transphobic talking points, especially, like the main criticism that like I had with like the video, like with the thumbnails, like that I'm being portrayed as like someone who is like,
Well, I
Yeah, we
mean,
didn't get into that, unfortunately.
Yeah,
apparently
I
I'm
don't wanna
a
talk about that.
outraged or whatnot. Yeah.
yeah,
we
Nyara's a
didn't get into these
groomer.
things. It's just like
thumbnails.
it's just really disappointing to like see
Mhm.
this and to like actually like hear your points of view because like
Did you want me? So the only thing I would basically what I would have to do is I would have to basically agree with
Lie.
you that
You have to lie.
even
would-
if
you would
even
have
if I
to
don't think it's
agree and
malicious,
drop
I'd
all
have
your
to agree with
friends.
you on that. Like I'm just
I would-
like, what would I need to do?
I would just like
out of curiosity.
really I would love it for you to understand why I think the way that I do.
Yes,
I
which is
don't
why
believe there's
we
room
Empathy.
in
discuss
racism
philosophy,
in
right? Which is why we
type of
battle over
society or civilized
hypotheticals so that
society.
we
Well,
can understand
everyone
each
would
other.
agree with that.
Because we're not the same
Yeah.
person, right?
But I think this is
So,
important. I do want
Since
to
we're
hear
not the
this.
same person, you have to find common ground via hypotheticals in order to discuss your
No.
philosophy.
No, you
no,
don't.
Otherwise,
No.
it's
No.
Leaflet,
no.
you're wrong.
No. No.
Just wrong. Leaflet's just wrong.
I think you should empathize with the victim more.
Yes.
Empathize.
She doesn't
with the
see
victim more.
her as a victim.
I
The
think
victim of.
I think
So
you're
in the-
more in
in the
like a
case-
mindset of like protecting the abuser instead of like actually understanding like how the victim is actually like feeling
Mhm.
when it comes to
No,
like
I don't actually think it's
these
abuse.
things.
That's the thing. I fundamentally disagree.
Yeah, and I think you
I
would
fundamentally
realize that it's
disagree with it
abuse
being
when you
abuse.
understand how the victim is feeling.
So if the victim feels.
Bad.
So if I said.
Bad?
So if I said. Nyara, you're abusing me right now because you don't agree with me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I
Then
feel.
you're just
I
being
feel
manipulative, bad
incredibly
faith
abused
cunt.
by
Yeah, that's
you
just being a cunt.
literally what it
and
means.
all of the people on X. I feel super abused by it.
Mm-hmm.
What then? Does that
What?
make
All
me
the
wrong?
people on X? What?
Because
people are
I feel
telling her that she's
incredibly abused. I
racist.
mean, a lot of people came after me, said a lot of things to me. I got death threats. Like I feel super.
Yeah, people
abused.
shouldn't do that.
Puts
Am I right now?
position
You
Because I'm
shouldn't.
abused
People
too?
shouldn't do that.
situation could literally never.
I think
you're
right in
right.
the way that you feel and like how things affect you, and I think you can like judge the words that I say based on like how you feel.
So wouldn't that make us equally right then?
No,
Because you're abused, I'm abused. Like we're both abused, right?
No,
dipshit.
that's not.
What you're saying.
That's probably the stupidest thing
Do you
she
think
said
that, like,
yet.
That is the stupidest thing she said this
like-
entire time.
Someone disagreeing with the existence of like or like the identity of like some people is something
Yeah,
that
I
you
mean,
can disagree with, or is that like infringing on your
I despise weak arguments.
I mean, they're
Yeah.
infringing on my they're infringing on my worldview. It's how I believe. It's how I
What?
see the world. It's
Dipshit.
me. It's my identity.
What the
And
frick?
they're saying it's invalid.
I think you
You can use this
You
to
must
justify
be-
murder, by the
you
way.
must-
Yeah.
You must be retarded. Wait, hold on.
Yeah, but-
What did
but-
Nyara say?
And they're saying it's invalid.
I think you need a better worldview then. I'll be real.
based.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, isn't that abusive? That's abusive to me.
No, it's
'Cause what
not.
if I
No,
told you that? What if
you're
I
just
said,
No,
"Oh, you have a
evil.
better worldview"?
Do you know the
You see what I mean?
paradox
This is
of?
why you have to.
Do you know the paradox
Go
of tolerance?
Intolerance.
Your intolerance.
You cannot
ahead.
Yeah.
tolerate the intolerant.
Well,
Mhm.
who has
But
kept
what if I
saying
think
that
you're
to me
intolerant?
over and over again?
You see what I mean? Like if you go to, I'm the victim, so
That's
therefore
the
like, you have to
paradox.
listen to me, and that's all it
That's
is.
Is that it's
literally-
You
unsolvable?
can't go anywhere. It's basically you're never gonna.
Yara's
You're
crashing the
never
fuck
gonna be
out
able
right
to
now.
understand the other person or even attempt to. You have to basically. This is why I was talking hypotheticals so that we could
Circular
find common
logic
ground.
on full display.
You know,
I
by
know.
creating
It's
a
a
meta world in which like, we could both
paradox
agree on.
because
Then we could come to the
the
actual meat and
intolerant
potatoes of our philosophical
will
disagreement.
always be
That's the point of it.
intolerant.
Me
I'm
and
not making
Huit talked about
hypotheticals
this
just to fuck with you,
forever.
basically.
Yeah, I think defending abusers, if that is like your worldview and whatnot, then your worldview
Yeah,
should
but
be
I don't
disagreed
agree.
with.
I don't agree. I don't agree that they're abusers.
It's okay to be wrong.
It's okay to be wrong.
Okay, well, it's
Holy
okay to be wrong.
frick! Nyara
Yeah.
really is putting
So see,
Leaflit in her
it
place
doesn't
here.
go
What the
anywhere.
frick? These
If you
agreements
don't, if
are
you
the
don't
same
actually use
circular
any sort of
arguments
logic, if it's like
atheists
pure
use to try to
feelings, then it
dispute
becomes your
God.
feelings against mine.
You know,
So
I
your
never
feelings
thought
are like,
about
well,
it
I
that
feel
way, but
abused, I
it's
feel terrible.
you
I
make
say,
a
well,
good
I feel
point there.
abused, I feel
Actually,
terrible. And then now you're just at neutral, basically, right?
Well, first of all, atheists
Sure.
don't
It's
disprove
getting pretty
God.
late.
We
I
reject
think I
that
wanna
Yeah, I
like
get
there's
that. I get
evidence.
that.
We don't need to disprove anything
do
because
Yeah,
nothing's
well,
been proven.
I
but
really,
like
I
it's
do
it's
too. I really
incredibly
do appreciate it.
frustrating.
Yeah. Yeah,
it is.
I can see
How
that.
did they
Yeah.
end up being friends after this?
But
I don't know.
yeah, well, I
but
mean, yeah, it was nice talking to you though. I really do appreciate that you actually did take the time to talk and
I
have
don't.
this discussion.
How did this
Yeah, I'm
was
really
allowed?
grateful that you were willing to talk.
Just so you know, just that there's like no confusion. I do not
Mm.
Wait.
I wanna just like emphasize that I'm still going to be like critical of you and what you do because I think what you're doing
that's
is
fine.
incredibly harmful.
Oh, so they're not
And-
friends. They're
Mhm.
just
It
That's
shouldn't be normalized. You can disagree with that.
social.
That's fair. I think that's totally fair. I mean, I'm going to be critical as well, and you know, maybe I'll approach it a little bit differently because we had this talk, and you know, I understand you a little bit
Well,
better.
Leaflit
I
has
think I will approach it a little bit differently.
approached things differently. I'll give him
But
that.
I think I
or
still
her
do
that.
disagree. On a
Yeah,
lot of
she's
things,
amped it up.
But you know, I mean,
Yeah.
that's life.
become
You're never gonna
worse.
You're never gonna agree with
Has
everybody.
Leaflit become worse?
In fact, like I
Yes.
said, I defended you the other day
Yes.
actually, and someone in my chat said you said something about what was it? This is about what was that guy's name? Money.
Oh, John Money.
Is that John Money? Yeah,
Yeah.
they were saying that you
abuser?
love John Money and agree with it, and I said no, that's not what
No,
she said, guys.
so
Come on. So like, yeah,
The video is basically like I am telling people that like John Money's hypothesis was basically like you could socially condition a
There's a
boy to
difference
be a
between
girl,
agnostic
and
and
this
atheist.
hypothesis
Yeah,
was
there is.
obviously
You're right.
wrong,
Yeah.
and it was like abuse and predatory and like
Those are
he's like
two
a
different
freak,
words.
which
Yeah.
means that you cannot turn a cis kid trans. So that is kind of
Well-
like the idea where
Yeah.
you know I was coming
Well,
from
the
that, like,
John
he was
Money
doing conversion
conflation.
therapy,
I
that, like
forgot.
obviously trans people disagree with, and he was wrong, so he proved trans people right by saying, like, through his
Well, I mean,
awful,
that's what
disgusting thing. So just
that's what I said when I
I
saw
hope
the
this
video. I said
clarifies. Yeah,
that's not really their point of view. It's actually different than that. So I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just saying that, like, I'm trying to show that I'm
You
trying
know,
my best
Nyara
to take
and
what you say
Huith
in
both
good
used
faith.
the paradox of
And that's why
intolerance against
I
me.
disagreed with them when they were wrong
Mhm.
about that. But you know, that's neither
Does
here nor
not
there. I
feel
don't expect you
great.
to believe me, but anyway, I really
didn't.
appreciate you being here, and it's late for both of us. I
Yeah.
think I don't know what time it is over there, but
yeah, it's 2
I
a.m.
really do appreciate it, and I hope you take care. And you know, I hope things are good for you.
Yeah,
All right.
get
that-
you. I
Alright.
do appreciate it,
Alright.
but it, you know, it is what it is.
Well,
It is what
Well,
it is. You're not
this
gonna be
was
able to convince
horrible.
everyone.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, thanks again. And I
Empty
hope you have a
it
good one.
solved
Salutations.
nothing.
Go get
I'll see
rest.
you later. I'll see you later.
Bye.
All right. You too. All right.
She'll go sleep in her male bedroom.
Wait, is that actually the end? No, let her continue talking. All right, let's see what she says about it.
Dumpster fire. Hey, it's Tiv. I know half of those people.
I
She
had
just
to
smacked
cut
her
the-
desk.
I had to just stop. It was getting nowhere. Damn. Damn. Oh.
What?
Oh. Holy shit. Okay. So
Hypothetically, yes, exactly.
it was a
hypothetic-
lot. a lot of things being said. Wait, let me do this again.
No climates, no result
Second.
achieved. Just hours of
Oh.
hours wasted. Well, Nyara here literally
Chat,
told
how are we feeling
to not watch
after
that,
this one?
to
Do
not
we-
watch this, but we did it
I'll
anyway.
send you my therapist.
This
notes,
was
yeah.
1,000 times
Let me
more
just,
productive and
quickly
informative than
thank
the
everybody
Leaflit
for
Nyara
watching
debate.
and,
Like,
enduring
there's
this
so
with
much
me.
data in this
Shut the
VOD.
fuck up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. I feel
Look,
bad for you.
I have infinite amount of
So
respect for
think,
Nyara
the
to be able to
Mhm.
put up with that.
hypotheticals kind of like pissed me off at some point.
I
She has
empathize a
patience
little
with the
more.
pain.
But like,
I would be pissed
But-
if I was
you know,
Nyara too.
I am understanding the issue.
The thing about it
The
is that
miscommunication.
there's just,
so
I don't
much
feel
more
like it
now.
takes that
Um,
much to stop
But it's really
Leaflit
frustrating
that many.
no
Like,
angle that I tried to.
am I
go
just better
to
at this than
was-
most
was,
people?
like,
I
you
don't know.
Actually, like leading.
Like,
so-
Mostly every one of her arguments I could combat with relative
Um,
ease.
Well, it's not about
Oh.
combatant; it's about stopping
oh
the
God,
argument,
I gotta enable the.
which
Well,
you
it
were
needs to
able
be
to do.
combated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta enable the commands again.
Like, she comes in with a punch and it's like, bitch, like,
Oh, the.
do you know the
Twitch
words
channel
you're speaking? Like,
I didn't want to talk about Leaflet's trans gay brother.
Trans
because
gay brother.
I felt
What?
like it would have been too.
Huh?
Yeah.
Like I don't.
Leaflit has
I
a
don't know
trans
him
gay
enough.
brother?
Yep.
And I do not
And
want to
that's-
like make assumptions on it.
Okay.
And
Fuck
I'm
me.
so sorry for not bringing up the
That I'm
fact
upset
that
now.
she made Luxus ult some random person's bane of existence. I'm sorry. My bad.
That's
My bad. It
disgusting.
What?
It
If
was-
I
it was-
had
it
if
was
I had that
getting late.
context
I
for
need
the
a-
entirety
I
of
need a-
that, she has a trans
Oh.
gay brother,
Yeah,
fuck me.
I guess.
and this is how she thinks.
I need to enable
Yep.
the
Sort of sick, isn't it?
redeems again.
It's so depressing, man.
This dumb bitch.
I hope the trans gay brother watches this VOD back
It was a talk.
and sees like
I'm gonna be
us
real.
fucking
This
dismantle
was-
literally
this was
every one of
definitely
his
a talk.
brainless
This is
opinions.
definitely a talk.
And
of
understands
with
it's not
opposing views
hatred.
talking with me.
They don't hate you. They're just retarded. Your sister's
Dude,
just
I think
retarded.
it's incredibly important to like understand.
Yeah, but you're also really, really
where,
amazing. Keep
like,
up
a
the
lot
great
of, like,
work
the
and apologize
transphobia,
that your sister is such
rhetoric
a
and
fucking moron.
Such a dumb bitch.
Yeah, keep
origins,
living
like,
your
come
life and
from,
being the happiest that you
but
can be.
obviously
Real.
it is.
We support
it is, It is sad that there's just not a level.
Yeah,
of
that's such a nice-
understanding, and
such a nice
obviously I
headbutting
cannot
move.
like address everything in like one single talk, especially if we constantly go in circles. Let's not do this again, please. I cannot promise that.
Okay, I've been
I
holding
cannot
my
promise
pee for an
that.
hour
I
and a
thought it
half.
was really cool
Well,
that
you
you
don't
did
have to hold it
that,
longer.
and sorry for the nasty messages. You might have been exposed to. I wasn't reading chat too much.
I'm used to holding my pee because of my
I saw,
disability,
like,
so
some
I have
super
like
peanuts.
incredible
Okay,
control of
Randy.
my
Okay, let's have a debate.
bladder.
I have like a sick overlay
Well,
that I did today.
I thought this wasn't supposed to be a debate.
Yeah, I mean,
For this
it's not a
instance.
debate. It was essentially
I
like
did-
a conversation
I did.
between two people.
Well,
I did this
Leaflit
today,
called it a debate. And Nara didn't.
Yeah.
right?
Leaflit definitely called it a debate.
Well, I went and grabbed their thumbnails.
And
I
then
know.
today
I,
she just likes empathy for victims.
Mhm.
That's like kind of like the point where I had to like cut it.
Well, I don't want to die as much as I thought that I would. That's a good thing. I do feel like
goddamn.
they're like if someone
Yeah, was a
watches
good
the
overlay.
VOD and
Wow,
sees
wow. Basically, she didn't accept your
the
worldview, and that
deconstruction
makes
of the
her and
arguments on
everyone
the
else a
fly,
bad
that I think that just makes the
Exactly,
world
that is
better.
what I said. Exactly.
Anna and Lily
Exactly.
were
That's 100%
had really good
what I said. Yes.
information.
Anyway,
Anna really did have a
As
lot
well.
of them.
let me give some clickies.
Mhm.
Wolf Queen, thank you for the 2 gifted subs. Lucy,
Alright.
thank you for the
I
5
think the
gifted
rest
subs.
of
Sophia,
this
thank
is
you for the resub.
Let me.
Yeah, I have it muted.
Let me go down.
Yeah, I have it muted.
Let me just see the end here. Do they do anything at the end of this? I don't know if she does.
God damn, shit's hard.
Just going to bed.
Set it
Or
off?
fell asleep in her
Yes.
chair.
Okay,
Oh,
I will be
okay.
rating.
Yeah, she doesn't. Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed the 9-hour stream video.
The 9-hour and 20-minute reaction to the 4-hour and 42-minute video.
Yes.
Pause, champ.
Yes. My overall thoughts.
I had a good time.
Well, I had a good time. I think we definitely got a lot of informative stuff into this. And
I got 3 good monologues.
I think there's a lot to be said about it, but I'm not gonna lie. That was painful. I was a little bit
And depressing.
and then depressing near the end, yeah.
Mm.
And then seeing 3 months later how Leaflit ended up turning out is just,
Asmund Gold Glazer.
I mean, I feel bad.
Wherever the money goes, man, just, go where the money goes.
Well, it wasn't about doing good. It was just about doing, it wasn't even about friends, even. I don't know.
I mean, she's literally arguing on her main, like, a week ago about how men rule the world, and if men really wanted to, they could take all rights from women, and laughing about it, like, on her. So, like, this person just isn't. I want to make it clear, okay? If you just tuned in, you haven't seen the entire stream, this person's not a good person. They have a sibling that they should love and respect and support, who is trans and gay, and they said some hateful, heinous, abusive, torturous, disgusting shit in this stream about how they think it's justified for parents to go through every avenue possible, including conversion therapy route, as long as it's not physically abusive, to de-trans or de-gayify even a person. They've justified that in this stream with a gay and trans brother. This person is not a good person. So I think that the furthest that you can get from this person ideologically is just it's just gonna be best for society.
It's really sad.
It's really sad, and it's an impeachment of her character that she did this, and she didn't come out of it with any type of empathy or morality, or she wasn't able to even put herself in the shoes of Nyara for like literally 1 second. That's like emblematic of just how much she actually cares about the things that she's doing right now. So,
And she's
this
definitely
is the
not
definition
Christian.
of a grifter. This is the definition of a grifter.
If she ever says that she's Christian, she's lying to you. From what I've heard, it's just you can't. Not with those beliefs, you can't. It's not true.
This is the definition of a grifter. When someone makes content of incredibly popular streamers to get their eyes on your content, and they leverage like ideological shit into money and clicks That's a grifter. That's what we have here.
That is what
Nyara did a good job, but wasn't equipped for a debate. Leaflit wanted a philosophical debate. Nyara didn't want to give it to her, and you know, I feel less animosity towards Nyara after having watched that fucking train wreck.
Iron Wolf says, even being in the military, I have more respect than that my stepbrother is gay. I still love him. My niece is too. Her mom hates her, but I'm the uncle that understands. Absolutely. And I don't know. I liked Leaflit, but this interview, if you even call it an interview, really made me hate her.
Yeah, I'm not. I don't hate. I like.
I don't like that word, hate.
I don't have the capacity for hatred because I feel as though it's too thought terminating. Like if I hate somebody, I let the hate control me too much.
It made me.
I know what you mean.
Not
you empathize a lot less with them.
Yeah.
They have less. They have less validity as a conversationalist.
I mean, Leaflit liked a lot of my posts. When I was crashing out over Nyara blocking me, I mean, Leaflit pretty much liked every one of my posts and read them all.
Part of the grift.
Well, actually, Leaflit.
We don't even know if Leaflit did that.
Well, no.
Could have just been her manager.
I guess, yeah.
I don't know. But there was nothing real about this.
No, this was...
She doesn't want to understand anyone. She just wanted to get Nyara to somehow impeach herself, which didn't happen. Nyara did not make a single step in the realm of impeaching herself. All she did was not push back. That's her sin in this, is not pushing back. And we push back. Hopefully Nyara appreciates that. Yeah, that's all I can say.
All right. Well, that'll be the end of the stream. For those in Rumble, I would like to say the 110 people that are here, thank you so much for watching. We had over 1,000 views on the video today, this stream again, which is absolutely amazing compared to the stream yesterday at 300. And we're still live, so that is quite a phenomenal number. I'm so glad so many people tuned into this and actually listened this entire time. And then for those who've been chatting on Twitch and chatting on Kick, thank you so much for being here as well. But I'm going to go ahead and get this uploaded to YouTube in 2 parts and then make a tweet about it and, you know, say everyone.
Hi, everybody.
But yeah. Let me get rid of this here. Get rid of this. Okay. And yeah. Goodbye. Everyone have a good one. Okay, we're off of Rumble.